Homer, Abel, and the kids will get over it.
And what about loving me?
Oh, Homer, come here.
What?
Come here.
Oh.
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful.
Oh.
You are so beautiful to me. So beautiful. You are so beautiful.
La 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 la.
You're everything that I hope for.
La 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 la.
So beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful, beautiful to me. You are so beautiful.
I'm everything you need.
You are so beautiful.
Dear God, give a bold name.
Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the forecast. In. No, 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 no. Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the forecast. In. No, 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 no. You are so beautiful.
La 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 la.
You're everything that I hope for.
La 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 la.
So beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful. You're everything that I hope for. You are so beautiful, beautiful to me. You are so beautiful. You're everything.
Dear God, give a bold name.
You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the forecast. In. No, 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 no. Back to the forecast support club.
La 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 la.
Back to the forecast. In. No, 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 no.
Once you stop this car, I'm stuck in that dead-end job again. La 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 la. My wife and kids stood by me, and I'll never let you go.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Darachat. My name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because, my name is a little long and weird to say. But anyway, I am here with the awesome dude of the day, Fragniac. How are you, good sir? If you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
You can hear me, but you can't see me.
No, I can't see you. Camera issues?
Let me double check real quick.
Sure. If you can't find a way through there, I know another way. So just try your thing. Hey, dashboard, how's it going? Trying all the technical stuff.
All the technical stuff.
Beep boop beep boop. That's right. Here today on Darachat, we will be learning the deals of technical difficulties. The first stage is your camera plugged in? No. Why won't it work? Why won't it work? No goodness.
Hold on, I want to read.
Oh, and he's gone. He'll be back. It's like what's a good character? He's like William Afton. He's never really gone. Or no, sorry, Chucky. Oh, he's back.
Can you see me?
Yes. Oh well, no, sorry, I apologize. It's a black screen. Is
Hold
it
on.
not letting you? Is it not letting you choose the camera you want to choose?
No, I'm on it.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
just
showing
not
up.
showing it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Cause my guess he didn't show his face, but at the end he was able to turn his camera. Hold on. I gotta fix it around. It'll just take a few moments. Just one second. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you another link. It's going to take you to. Hopefully, it should be able to show your camera, but I've used it with other people who can't get their camera to work, so it should be no problem. Give
Not
me.
sure why it's not working. It's done. I mean, I've done this before.
Yeah. You've used Rumble Studios before?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's been an issue where if you're a guest, it acts weird. And I don't know why that is. But anyway, there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Okay. Oops, nope. I'm sending you a link in your DMs. Go to there, and you should be able to see your camera pretty easily. So that way we're not trying to figure this out through the whole thing. So, all right. There we go. All right. But there should be a new, and once you have that, just go all the way. Once you can see yourself on there, just go all the way over there, and I'll show you up. So I gotta do this and show that.
Oh, it's not allowing the virtual camera?
I can't even see you right now as is. I could hear you, but I can't see you.
Hold on.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Base Comic. Thank you. So, but I did send you a link to something that should be able to allow you to show your camera. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm on that right now.
Okay.
Let me see something here.
Okay. All the fun stuff. There we go. I see you. I mean, I don't see you, but I
See
do
a screen, right?
Yeah, I see a screen. Now you just gotta choose your camera. I think you'll have to exit out of studio first before you can actually.
Heard that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you exit out of that too. There he is. Okay. Can you hear me? Hello? Whoops. Hold on. I don't know why. I don't know why it's giving him issues. I wonder if he. It's still giving. Is it not letting you use your camera?
It's not letting me use my camera at all.
Jeez, ow! That usually works for everyone I have.
Yeah.
That is weird. Maybe
Let me try to restart OBS real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is weird. Usually, anyone who's had a camera issue out to Rumble Studios, I just give them that link, and they go there, and their thing works. That is weird. That's weird. Well, okay, guys. Well, this isn't the show, but at least we're figuring stuff out as we go. You learn. We all learn. Because this can be an interesting form today.
You can hear me, but you can't see me.
No, I can hear you, but I can't see you. It's not
Crazy.
even having to have your camera on. See, now if you're using your if you're using your OBS, so there's another way. Hold on, I'm gonna exit this because you're not using it.
All right, he's got all the keys. Let's go.
Okay, so if you're using OBS, okay. So when you, and this is gonna be a bit of a tough draw, and I'll try my best to explain it. So this is what happened when I was a guest in someone else's show. This is how I found out how to do this. So, so you get the link. Okay, so what you're gonna do is before you leave, set your camera to the OBS virtual thing in studio, right before you leave. Hey, Sergeant Wookie. And then when you do, exit completely out, and then go to your OBS and make sure your virtual camera is on first before you do anything with Rumble Studios, right? Got me so far? Okay. So once you do that, you're going to go back in, right? You're going to go to that enter where you enter your name in. Enter your name in. Then you're going to go to the allowance of camera and microphone, right? If you did it right, it should put it back on OBS virtual cam once you get in, and then it should be showing you up as long as you're on your virtual cam outside of it in OBS first, right? And once that's done, supposedly when I did it, it should show you up on the camera. through that point on. But that's the way I found out how to do to get on someone. Yes, he
Gotcha.
is. So hopefully
What's
it
up,
shouldn't
soundboard?
hey,
What's up, Wilson?
it shouldn't take you too long. It's just
Yeah,
a
let
weird
me
process.
let me try to run through a couple things real quick, man.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. But anyway, yeah, that's how I found out to do it. I was on who was it? I was on Putin Bot Gaming stream, and so I went in and where's Frog? He's having camera issues, and we're sort of trying to resolve that. So no worries there. I got that. But yeah, so how I did was, and UB can attest to this. I was going on Putin Bots Gaming stream with UB, and my camera wasn't working. I couldn't use straight for my camera in Rumble Studios. Well, I tried to do whatever for OBS, whatever, and it wasn't working. So what I did was I kind of tested this thing out. So I went out all the way out, and I turned my virtual camera on because I couldn't have my virtual camera on and the one in studios on at the same time. It was a weird thing, right? So I had to set my thing to OBS virtual, back all the way out, or refresh it all the way out, and then make sure my virtual camera was on because studio should be using it on first. So I went out all the way out, right? Made virtual cam sure that was on, made sure I was showing up, and then come back in, enter my name. As long as my OBS virtual cam was on, yeah, no worries. He'll be on soon. It's just silly stuff. And so what was it? And so we what was that? So when I did that, it was on OBS virtual cam. My OBS virtual cam was on outside. I went in, and after a few moments of dealing with that stuff, it worked. And so hopefully it will work for him because otherwise you'll just be hearing him. Well, it's Rumble Studios, and it's the team at Rumble Studios that kind of need to figure out why some cameras work and some cameras don't. I mean, again, I had that picture from Evie Mux. Yeah, it is a bit of a hassle for the camera function, but I tried my other one and it didn't seem to work, so it must have been something that's in his end, because it usually works if the camera function doesn't work in Rumble Studios, then they can go to the Brave call and it usually works, but it wasn't working, which was weird, and all that stuff. But yeah, it is a hassle, and apologies for that, and all stuff. Hey, Cyber Mario, how are you? Guest accepts and show started. Well, I mean, even with StreamYard and EVMux, you still have to allow your camera, allow your microphone, all that stuff. But it seems like they found a way for it to work with any of the cameras they have. And Rumble Studios has not figured that out yet, which is an issue. So hopefully it won't be too long. But other than that, it'll just be me and you and I, talking to each other, having laugh. But I gotta check to make sure. Okay. But yeah, it's a finicky thing. It's not gonna deter me from using it, but it's failed to ask you cannot use camera for unknown reason. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, that is. Never had that before. So I don't know if he's going to try to do the OBS thing or whatever. But still, the show will go on, and we'll try to work with it, even if it's just his voice. Add to the list. Yeah, of course I was going to add it to the list of things for Rumble Squared because, again, so here's this deal, right? So I went to support on Rumble, and I said, hey, I had a guest. Their camera wasn't working. They tried all this stuff, and it still wasn't working. Is there any way you guys could whatever? I was trying to be nice about it, all that stuff. And then it was like, they tried to name a list of things to do, and I was like, we already did that, though. We already did that. So there was no reason to do that. And the funny thing is that I was trying to be courteous as possible, but it felt like, no, these are all the things you're supposed to do. Hold on. I'll get the email. It's better if I read it directly without trying to give you a weird of things. all that stuff. Okay. So while we wait for him to try all that stuff, yeah. Um, 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 mm, 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 mm. Did I delete it? I hope I didn't delete it. Okay, I have to check my trash. Ugh, it's in there somewhere. Support. Support. Nope. Trying to find. Here we go. Nope, that's a recurring sub. Ah, right. I'm hoping he'll be fine though. I must have. Oh, don't tell me I delete it. Did I delete it? I hope I didn't. Oh, I bet you anything I did. Dang it. Well, anyway, yeah, it was the weird. They gave me a weird sendback of, if the guest is still having trouble, tell them to contact us. I'm like, wait. Why are you having the guest contact you if the camera's the issue? Have you guys not run any tests yourself? I didn't say that, but still, um, all that jazz. Uh, well, we'll get it. Hold on. No, yeah, no, I get it, Fragniac. No worries. Um, um, but yeah, it was just sort of a weird thing. Like, this shouldn't be too much of a hassle to figure out. Okay, so why is it from Streamer and EVMux that someone could figure out how to turn on the camera, whatever, and it works just fine. But with Rumble Studios, it's a bit of a hassle. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I will tell you this. We'll still have a good time regardless. I hope you guys are doing well. I know a majority of people are going to be watching the rally today, so I know it's going to be quite quiet over here, but that's all right. I'm just going to have fun. So, yeah, that was weird why I wasn't allowing to use its camera. I wonder if there was something else going on with the system. But anyway, how are all of you? I hope you're doing well this weekend. Of course, as I was showing my schedule yesterday, I'm going to be very busy up until the 17th. Like, there is not going to be a day off, so to speak. That was purely by accident because I was trying to get people on, and some people only worked with a weekend, like Fragniac. But yeah, it's well, on some aspects you'd be correct, but not all of it. If that's a take you want to have, that's fine, but not all of it's garbage. It's just some things need some working on, and that's where the attention needs to lie to. Okay, let me. But at the end of it, yeah, it's gonna be a busy one. Now, unfortunately, however, one of the guests who's gonna have on next week has, what's the word you use? They've I wouldn't say suspended themselves. They just how goes this? How goes stuff? It goes about as good as it can get when the going is rough, but it is going to go. I'm going to have Fragniac on here, whether it's just his wonderful voice or both his voice and his wonderful face. So there is that. But yeah, it's not all garbage. It's just some more stuff that needs to be worked on. They need to be challenged on some things, and this would be one of them because a camera should work directly with a the system, and it shouldn't be that difficult. But it's not. It's not in the greatest of places. But what do I know? I'm not a tech person, so I don't know coding. Me no code so good, as the kids would say. Me no code so good. And all that jazz. Bum, bum. Let's see. What was that again? But yes. So there's one of the guests next week that had asked to come on, but it seems like they, I don't know what the self-suspended themselves. Kind of just went away, sort of thing. sounded like something temporary, but I'm hoping they'll show up. I'm on Troll Arc. What's Rumble? He's going long. Nice to nice to see you on the YouTube side once in a while there, UB. Looking I'm on the Troll. Oh man, UB, you're getting there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw UB. You're going to do more basketball stuff, so congrats to that. If that's more of what you want to do on hiatus. On hiatus. Oh, on hiatus. Yeah. Well, Rumble, Twitter X calls it something else, but yeah, the person's on hiatus to some degree. I just found out today, so I'm like, how am I going to contact them then? Because I have no other way than Twitter X to contact them. Otherwise, they won't be able to come on. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll come back on just to be on the show. If not, then that day next week will be a solo stream. So we'll see about that. But yeah, it's how it goes. Suspended? No, they weren't. I apologize. It's not the word suspended. It's more like they were going to delete their account or take a break or something like that. And so it looked like they deleted their account, but they could come back and restore their account. So that sort of thing that Twitter X has gives you like a, but it's not deleting your account. It's sort of like putting it away so that no one can see or whatever, and it looks like you deleted it. I don't know. It's a weird thing to describe, but I'm hoping that the communication line will be open up. Otherwise, they won't be coming on next week. So it'll be interesting to see if they do, if they don't. I don't know. I'm gonna try though. Definitely gonna try and see. But after that point, this I'll be full up till so. If you weren't here yesterday, right? I gotta stop turning it upside down. Ooh, and I've also got to erase those names off because they're already done. Last night, if you hear, it was a great time with Abe and the Pay It Forward stream. And hopefully, I hope you're all there to see that and enjoy that. But if you haven't, it lasted about, it lasted almost, the total of it was almost 5 hours. But I would say we probably went almost 4 hours together. And then we went a little after. During that, so there was that too, and all that stuff, and so it was a great time having him on, and I look forward to the next time. But anyway, so this is the October schedule, right? These are the people that are coming on. What? I'll have to write their names down again. But it's basically I'll be busy from this Saturday till the 17th. So yeah. it was purely coincidental. It wasn't on purpose. It was like, oh, you can only come on this day. Oh, all right, we'll put you down. And then I didn't pay attention. That's like, oh man, 12 full days in a row. That's all right though. It is what it is. Because I am looking forward to all the people, whether new or returning, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a fun time. So, yeah. It's gonna be a fun time indeed. Hold on, I'm gonna ask him everything. All right, there we go. Gotta ask him that. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to find out if this person is coming on next week. If not, then it'll just be a solo stream because there's nothing I can do if they just take themselves off the one place I know to find them for communication because I don't know where else to communicate them with. So yeah, it's gonna be sad, but it is what it is, right? You know, I've had people who stood me up before. Very few. And then weirdest thing ever, I've had someone block me for some weird reason. Don't know what I said or did, but that was a weird one. And then I had one person who was gonna come on, but then didn't. But the reason is that their internet was out for a while, and they're from South Africa, so there's that and all that stuff. So it's not like I haven't had my own issues. People have canceled before, filled it in, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I still keep trying. Camera isn't working, and permission access keeps getting denied. And the link you sent. Oh. I ended that one from Brave. Sorry, I'm replying back to him. That is interesting that his camera keeps getting denied. So why? I've done this with Fuse and others on several occasions. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it's not working on the Brave end too. The yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Okay, hold on. Nope, I spelled it with a Z. Have a good stream. Hey, thank you, Pops. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying. We're trying. Apollo. At least we know your mic works. Yeah, that's why you should come on a little earlier. Yeah, that's weird. Don't know why Rumble Studios is denying his camera now. That is strange. I was wondering why it wasn't his virtual cam thing wasn't working, but I know at least his mic works, so hopefully he gets back on at least. But not sure what's going on. Yeah, I understand, but it is what it is right now, fortunately. Yeah. So that's definitely something we're gonna be talking about. Actually, you know what? Where's my? Whoops. Where is my? Oh. Whew, jeez, almost fell over. Nope, don't need that. Okay. I had a secondary pen over there too. Goodness sake. Okay, so I've already the date for the Rumble Squared is the 23rd of November. What headset brand is that? Oh, this? It's a Logitech brand, but it's hold on. It's Astro Gaming. Hold on, I think you can find it. No, he went to go check on someone else's stream. He wasn't drunk when he left, so that's for sure. But I don't know. But he was on last night, that's for sure. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find the gaming. Here we go. So this is the headset brand that I have on. And I'll bring this up on screen. There we go. This is the head brand set I have on. I'll show you the exact one I'm trying. It's not a console audio port. Where is the one I have? That one looks nice though. The Astro A30. Oh, it's this one. Here we go. This is the one I have. Not this color. I have this one. This is the one color I have. But this is by Logitech too. This is by Logitech too. Oh yeah, they invented sunlight over there. No, it's called being 5 hours behind you. That's what it is. It's did you try hold on, I gotta say it this way. I'm guessing tried what I described. Yeah, that is weird. All right. But yes, this is the one there's a content creator on YouTube called Hollow, and he had a he had a thing where you could enter in a name and get like a percentage off. So I entered it in and I got this, and they're pretty. Hold on, they're pretty flexible. I haven't had too many issues. Now there's a mic here, but I don't use it. I use this, and yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's only like $70 or $60, sorry. But I mean with the what was it, the code or whatever it was, it got like maybe less than that. I can't remember. But yeah, this is the pair of headphones I have. Again, it's Astro. What was the website? Logitech. Okay, I'll just give you here's the link for that if you want to look at it yourself. But yeah, this is where I found it at, and yeah, I've enjoyed them. Now, of course, there's better ones and bigger ones and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just choose it. Oh, that one does look nice, so I like that color right there. But other than that, I chose it. I enjoy it. It's all that matters at the end of the day. But yeah, if you want to go look at it yourself, it is $60, but it is made by Logitech, so I'm not sure how much you want to invest in Logitech. I mean, my camera is Logitech. Just able to get the camera to work with the virtual cam. Ah, okay. That's weird. I don't know why his camera's not working with his virtual cam. That's interesting. But yeah, so my camera is a Logitech. This one right here, the one that you're seeing through, right? That is a Brio 500. Now you can go to the Logitech website and get that if you want, or you can go to Amazon and they'll probably have a cheaper price. I've gotten my headset is Logitech, like I just showed you, and the chat as well if you want to take a look. But my microphone isn't Logitech. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the microphones and see if they have. Jeez Louise. See if they have. There we go. Yeah, my nose. Let's go shop for not mice, headsets, PC speakers, webcams, not webcams. I don't want webcams. What about a microphone? Do you have a microphone? They don't look like they have a microphone. Not at all. Sorry, I'm looking at the website, Logitech. So this is where I go to get my cameras. This is the one I have right here. This Brio 500. That's the one I have. But I'm trying to find if they have. They don't have any mics. So I may have to go to the other one, which was Astro Gaming. There we are. And then they may have shop. They may have. Do they not have mics at all? Gaming mice, microphones. There we go. Okay. Oh, these Yetis. Oh, that might not be good. Yeah. Those Yetis. I know. I've heard Yetis are not the best to have. Although, I mean, my mic was only like $30-something, and you can get cheaper prices on. Amazon for stuff. So there's that. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I know we've ran into technical issues. Let me try a different browser. I'm on Fire. Oh, I'm on Brave. Maybe that was lagging an issue. Could have, hopefully. All right. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look more into the mic thing because I know I've heard stories where Yetis are not considered the best, or they're considered like lowbrow end. But again, I mean, A mic is a mic. If it works for you, it works for you. Like this is like 30 something bucks, or something. It was, oh gosh dang it! I want to sneeze, I can't sneeze or whatever. But yeah, I would just say go look through stuff, make your own decision. I like these because of the look and stuff, because I like that colorful design that you see there, right? I like that kind of design, and it's just very durable. I wish I had gotten the wireless ones, but I think I'm all right for these because at the end you just get what works for you, and not to spend a whole lot of money. That's where you look around, right? You shop around, as they say, because there are brands out there that are worth it that are on the low end, and then there are brands that are just cheap dirt pieces of crap, and you might not want them. But that's just me. That's just my opinion, and you don't have to take it as gospel. But yeah, shop around and give it a look. At least I can advise in something, I guess, while we're waiting for Fragniac. Um, but yeah. Oh, and the code, if you want to use that code for the headset, if you do want to get that headset, the code is hollow, like HOLLOW. So if you want to get it yourself, just use that because that's his code and you get a discount for it, whatever, 10%. But if it works, I don't know if it still works anymore. But I enjoy it. I may get like a different mic one day because this one does pick up on a lot of noise, but it works. It works. I do not have like thousands of dollars to spend on those high end stuff, and I wouldn't really want to either, because you don't really need high end things. Like again, my camera right here is like a little over, it's around 130 bucks, but I got a good deal on Amazon, and it does up to 1080. It has an ultra wide lens, it says, and it does, has its own personal, privacy shutter and all that stuff. So it's really neat. It really is neat to have. And I think the last one, if I ever to upgrade a camera, I would go for the Max Brio one. That was on that page I showed you where I showed you this camera. But yeah, I'm not gonna go for like those XLRs or whatever they are cameras, because it's just ridiculous. You don't need to spend $2,000 on a camera. What? People are crazy. And if you have the money, I guess, but you don't need that stuff, and all that jazz. So, but yeah, I just enjoy what I enjoy, and it works. It works. But I'll still look up different microphones, because this one, you could hear stuff in the background, like it's not. There's a setting tab. I tried downloading it, but it always gives me that weird garbage, and I just, yeah, not really interested in doing this. Just give me this weird code thingy. There he is. Look at him. What happened?
It's true what they say.
What? Drop it. Drop it like it's hot.
They black people struggle with computers. How's everybody doing? Good to see y'all.
Oh, I couldn't tell. No, I'm just joking. Look.
Cottonmouth now. I was cussing out this damn computer.
So what'd you have to do? What'd you have to do?
Brand new browser. I'm on a different browser.
Oh, okay. So it might have been Firefox. See, I've just been using Brave for as long as I can remember, because it was, Chrome, and Safari was, I think, the last one before that. But Brave I've just been using because it blocks YouTube ads without having to pay for premium. So there you go.
There you go.
But no, I was wondering why your camera wasn't working through Brave Call, and that might have been part of the browser. So
Yeah,
but we're not going to go too far now. We've already spent 40 minutes. I spent 40 minutes talking about the stuff I use, like the camera and whatnot, and all this stuff. But thank you, sir, for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad we were able to get our schedules aligned and be able to get this done,
Yeah. No, and even despite all the tech stuff, it is much appreciated, because again, this thing, it's not about, for me, this isn't about, you're regarded, you're well regarded on Rumble for being a gamer stuff, Pudge, Lumpy, all that stuff. They say your name once in a while, but I'm not here for any cloutness of it. I mean, it is. Well, I will admit it is nice when you get some person who's well known and then they come to you and they that kind of can rub off on you. But the point of the matter is though that this is just me and you having a conversation about whatever. This is not big Mac Daddy sort of thing. No, you're just a person. I'm just a person. Let's just have a good time out of it. And no, it's I much appreciate it. You know what? I will say this: I can get you, but I can't get fused. That's how sad it is.
Wait, what do you mean? You can't get fused?
I have tried several times. Well, it's Twitter X, right? So I know Twitter
Yeah.
X, the DMs are not good at notifying people, right?
No,
So
not at all.
So I've had to make I did make a public post asking like, hey, Fuse, check your DMs. I'd like to come on. Not a word back. So I'm not sure if he's just a busy guy or he's just like whatever. But
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
yeah. So, but I have had Pudge on, I've had Lumpy on, I've had so look, when you have had on over 100 different people, it adds up. You're like, okay, I remember your name. It's almost there. No. But yeah, it's been an interesting time. But yeah, man, how I did see that you had a YouTube side, but that hasn't been touched in a while. So I'm guessing you're just Rumble only for this period of time, right? Your gaming
Rumbling
stuff.
X, yeah. I jump on probably like Twitch every now and then, but I don't know. Twitch has been kind of weird, so I'm good on them.
Yeah.
So it's just Rumbling X for real.
Yeah. No, there was well, I mean, Twitch has been weird forever. I mean, if you can go on the front page and see a bunch of thoughts, I mean, you're
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is their rule application, right? The rules application, like YouTube, right? They seem to have a favorite system and they only apply the rules unevenly. And that's Twitch, right? I mean, they had a VTuber situation not too long ago where they were suspended for some odd reason. It was weird. And YouTube has done that same thing for quite some time, as far as I know anyway.
That's the purple snake right there. That's what that is,
I have no idea what that relates to, but I like
the
your
purple snake. It's a snaky company.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah,
I was like, I've never heard that term before. I was like,
the purple snake. A snake will turn on you quick.
oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
anything in nature will turn you. That's why I find it weird when people have like these alligators or pet or something. I'm like, you do understand it's still wild, right?
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I've been raising it since it was a baby, and I was like, nah, it's bigger than everybody in the house combined. You better make some nuggets. I love alligator nuggets. Delicious.
Really? What does
Absolutely
it really
delicious.
taste like? Does it really taste like chicken?
It's like chicken and fish. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's less fishy though. It's more heavy on the chicken side, but it's like for me, it's more buttery. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I like it.
Because I've heard that same situation for frog legs. Because frog legs have always been said that they taste like chicken too. So
they do. I mean, it depends on how you prepare it, right? Like
right.
I've had them fried, and I've had them frog legs fried and frog legs what's it called, like baked or something? I don't know. It was at this Asian restaurants. They probably sauteed that motherfucker. I don't know.
They put a little beef. Was it teriyaki
MSG.
sauce?
MSG in that thing.
That too. But no, I've never had the crocodile stuff. I mean, there's a store I've been to where they sell like different kinds of meats. Like one was like kangaroo, crocodile.
Oh snap! Okay.
All sort of stuff. But yeah, I've never been that. I have had bison before. I will say I've had.
Good.
Yeah, bison is really good.
Yeah.
There was a restaurant I went to, and they had it like bison, but it was like a thin strip wrapping around like it was wrapping green onions up in bison. So it was a bit much because it's a lot of green onions, but it wasn't bad. It tastes like just regular steak. But no, yeah, you have.
You don't like onions, man? Hold up, we ain't just gonna mull over that.
No,
you
it's green onions,
man. You don't like your food touching?
Green, and I like onion rings. I like onion rings.
All right. You all right? You back? We back.
But onions themselves, because it's just that. So if you've ever been like to a food truck, right, like a Mexican food truck, they put a lot of onions on it. A lot of onions. It's a lot. I'm like, there's no steak there at all. It's just onions. Is that what it's about?
You need to come over here, man. We got the best damn food trucks in the whole nation over here.
Oh goodness, what state are you in?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Wow.
Hmm.
So does that mean you were hit by the hurricane yourself, or was that
Yeah,
just
we had flooding, but it won't that bad. It wasn't all
Oh,
of North Carolina. It really like actually missed our area.
wow,
Like it
that's
like when it took that little that
yeah.
little yeah.
Turn, yeah, yeah, that's
Hmm.
pretty well. Thank goodness for that because a lot of people are still dealing with that issue, unfortunately. Um, but no, I've never been over that way because the farthest I've gone for is to Florida, right? Going. I'm in
Yeah.
Indiana, so I'm in
Okay.
Indiana. We're going straight down to Florida, and that's like a 24-hour something drive to down there.
Hmm.
It's not advised if you have children. It's not
Hmm.
advised. But so we go through what Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia. I think part of West Virginia because West Virginia kind of sticks out that way.
Yeah.
And then and then all this stuff. But I've never been out that way. Look, traveling to anywhere in the United States is tough enough, right? Whether you have to fly or whatever, because it costs a lot of money, right? It's a couple $100 even now to out there. And not only that, but after the whole COVID C-19 thing, you
Yeah.
have to have like a special little star on your license, and all that stuff. And just like, what am I? I'm not even I'm not a terrorist. Why you? I
Yeah.
have nothing on me.
Yeah.
I, you just see someone. You just see someone say like, "Ah, la 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 la."
It's like that. They don't care. They
Oh,
don't care. They don't care. They want we have to go through more than anybody else has to go through, right? But
yeah.
at the same time, they're holding up people, and it's a problem.
I think
A
some of
problem.
those I think some of those TSA want to get a little too friendly. If you catch my drift, they like to pat down where they shouldn't be patting.
I don't get patted down like that. Not me.
Sir, is this a machete
Not
knife you
me.
have in there? You just
I'm like, hey man, can I get a supervisor? I need a supervisor. Nah, man. Look, hey, come on, bro. Come on, man. You ain't brush your teeth. You ain't put no deodorant on. Come on, man. Back up a little bit.
That's right. That's right. I can smell your existence over here. So
Yeah.
back up a little.
He been eating all them onions.
Oh goodness, yeah. It no. I will say this: when I had those tacos from the food truck, they messed me up, man. I had carne asada because I like that the carne asada, and of course they have cilantro, onion, and all this stuff. And I had two of those, man. And a few hours after that, my stomach is just churning. And this is sort of like this is not like the throwing up one. This is sort of like the basement evacuation sort of happening.
Oh
It's
dang. Yeah, mud butt.
sometimes
Yeah,
sometimes
volcanic diarrhea. Yeah.
it feels like that, or sometimes it's just like a stay at home, but it's more on the toilet. So yeah, it's just something within either the stuff from the onions or the cilantro or something like that because it's just. Mm-mm.
Hey, don't eat no Indiana tacos, man. Come on down here to North Carolina, man. We treat you right. We
Well,
got a
actually,
couple food trucks. I got you.
well,
Come to North
actually,
Carolina, I got you.
yeah, actually, I think you'd be just over and still. We're probably over and down, because no, I think we are higher than you, aren't we?
Well, Indiana, yeah, y'all further up, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm today, class. We're going to be learning a little geography called the United States of America.
Man.
This is Michigan here. This is Ohio here. Hey, Flip City, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Dashboard Nomad said onions are the best part of any meal. Dara is strange.
Hey.
Yeah, yo, it's so good, man. It depends on what kind of onions, right? Like for salads and stuff like that, you want to use red onions, right?
Yeah.
For you don't want to do some onion rings. Dara like the yellow onions. They're not as harsh. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not so onion forward.
Yeah.
But I be stuffing my onions in turkeys and everything, dog. I got onions everywhere. Onions and garlic. Ain't no vampires in this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't want to. Oh goodness sake!
We're a vampire-free zone over here, man.
Volcanic day.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. That's what we're all about. No, I know there's sweet onions. I know there's
yellow.
Yeah. I know there's that. Because one, I've had a barbecue sauce that's they call it verdana or something like that. I can't remember. Onions, but red, green, small, big, all are amazing. Yeah. I know you'll be crying yourself to sleep though when you're cutting them up. It's going to be
shout
good.
out to Verdania. I know this chick named Verdana. She's from Croatia. Shout out to her, man. Cool people. She like Usher and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She like her some Usher.
Oh goodness sake! I remember when he dropped that song. Oh, what was it? Oh, criminy! There was a Minecraft parody made from the song in the club or something like that. I can't remember, but it was big back in the day. And then you have like Ludacris was big back in the day, and then you had like Snoop.
Man, I
Yeah,
ain't
he
looking.
what?
Ludacris, man. I ain't looking.
The Australian. Oh, there you go. Australia Bloomin' Onion. Okay, I'll accept that. Australia Bloomin' Onion. Okay,
Oh yeah, that's good. That's
that's
good.
that's good. I don't
But
do
you
the
can't.
sauce.
Yeah, the sauce. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't do the sauce either. I don't know what's up with the sauce, man. That's not. It
Yeah,
don't taste Australian to me. I don't think Australians will mess that sauce. I think the American version of the
whatever.
bloomin' onion. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a
I'll,
little bit more spicy or something. I don't know.
I'm just waiting for the day in America they have a Australians like, all right, everyone, right here, we're gonna have a blooming onion right over there. Gonna have a little steak.
I know, right?
No, but I mean, you can just list off of stuff because I mean, Ludacris is known for his music, but it's when he hit the Fast and Furious that's when he started to get. At least what I feel like he started getting more of a name because he was involved with that, being in that, all that stuff. Yeah, I know, Fast and Furious.
Yeah, look, I'm a little impartial, right? All right. So here's my story. All right.
Right.
So I was me and my homegirl. We were hanging out, and we were in DC. We were just hanging out. It was like a Friday night or something. It was like I ain't trying to really, stay in. Wasn't dating or nothing like that. Okay.
Right.
Just friends, two friends.
Right.
And so we're hanging out, and mind you, this is like one of my best friends, right? So I wouldn't do this for nobody else.
Right.
She was like, "Is that Ludacris?" And I was like, "Yeah, that looked like him." And mind you, he had two. Like I'm 6'2". He
Right.
had two dudes that was like 6'5", 6'6" with him.
Jeez.
I mean, big dude. I'm a big dude, and they were big dudes, right? And I know because they stood up on me. But let me tell you, so we went in there. It was like a deli, and
Yeah.
I had parked my car on the side, and we went upstairs to this deli in DC. Because I'm from the DMV area, so DC was a hop, skip, and a jump. Like I could ride my bike to DC in 15 minutes.
Wow.
So we went upstairs to this. It was like a little restaurant, and it was more like a deli. And then we went to the back. I was gonna get something to eat, but then I don't know. I just ain't want nothing to eat. I really didn't. You know what I mean? I know probably like 75% of Ludacris songs, like the lyrics, like Southern Hospitalities are like one of my all-time favorite songs from him.
Yeah.
So I went up there, I'm like, mind you, I'm like maybe 16, 17, something like that.
Right.
And I went up to him, and he was sitting down in this booth. Like they had booths on the sides, and then in the middle, they had the chairs all the way to the left side. And so he was over on the right. And we went up to him, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm a huge fan, man. This is my homegirl. She really loves your music too. Would you mind a picture or autograph or something like that?" Because that's like right when the phones kind of came out or whatever. We were just out of high school type. So I think I was like 18 maybe.
Wow.
And so he had a problem with me asking him that.
Oh.
But he kind of like he kind of like stood up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think he knew Ludacris a very small man. So when he stood up, right? When he stood up, my group 6'2". When he stood up, I like bucked up. I was like, "Am I gonna have to knock this fool out?" He stood up, but I wasn't gonna, because I would have probably got jumped.
Right.
But when he stood up, like he had got like to my chest, and then he sat back down. So he was almost fully stood all the way up, and then his bodyguards got up out the seats. They swole, no necks. And I was like, "All right, man, it's all good, man. I understand you eating, man. That's on me. Hey, but I'm a fan anyway. But maybe you need to get your hair done before you leave town." that's pretty much how it happened. Because he had just had a concert or something. Yeah. That's why he was there, and it was super busy outside or whatever. So
yeah.
So Ludacris, he whatever. That's my Ludacris story.
I hear you, man. Look, you know what? It's one of those things where once that it just whatever, and you just kind of walk away from it because it's like that thing where I walked away with my life sort of thing. But the only song
I was trying to get an autograph and a picture, man.
You know what? You tried.
That was worth me getting swung on at least. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you got to shoot your shot. You ain't always gonna make it.
Oh, I
You
got
know?
punched by Ludacris.
Then I had like $5 million.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have all the
Needed.
Fast and Furious money.
Oh yeah. Steve said he must have been like he saw a ghost.
He was almost all the way up, Jack. Like he was almost all the way. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to.
Oh, don't
He
get
got up
front on
real
me.
quick. He got real quick. I was like, oh man, I didn't know how small he was, man. And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's weird, man. So whenever somebody mentions Ludacris, this is before the Fast and Furious movies. Whenever somebody
Right.
mentions them, I'm just like, oh man, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The only song I remember, and this was like MTV VH1, right? Those are the big show, you know. The only song I remember of his was, at least as far as I can remember, was "Stand Up," right? Stand up.
Yeah. That was off his Word of Mouth album.
It's a long. That shows you my age. That shows you my age. I'm old.
You could probably feel when the rain coming, can't you? In your kneecaps and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, although you don't want me dancing, I'm a little too old for that. Then you hear some cracks like, oh, okay, I'm getting
yeah. Slow down. I was in a wedding like what 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we was out there, and had my whole family out there. My a couple of my girls were out there, and we just kind of hanging out and chilling. And I started hearing stuff. I was like, oh, that don't feel too good, man. Hold on, had to sit down, grab me a drink, sat down for a minute.
Oh, that's just the worst. And then when you walk, sometimes you hear like a crinkle and like a kneecap or something. It's like,
oh yeah. Especially when I'm picking something up that I'm confident about picking up.
Yep.
Too fast. Slow down.
Too slow. Breathe it in. Yep. I like Flip City says, never meet your tiny heroes. That's just funny. But no, at least you tried. Yeah, that's worth it. And all that stuff. But that's just hilarious. But yes,
this is interesting, man. Like, how did you start all this? Like, what made you want to do this, man?
Okay, so the first part of it all is basically watching other content creators, right? Watch other content creators, whatever. And so sometimes in a chat, right? Because it was mostly at YouTube at the time, someone will ask, "Hey, how do I get started being a content creator?" I didn't ask that question; someone else did because I wasn't. Whatever. And so it's like, oh, you grab a camera, grab a mic, and just start to, get a sheep, whatever. So I did. I after I molded over a period of time, it wasn't like right away. It was sort of a mold position. And then at some point I just decided, well, let's try it. Right? Let's see where it goes. So what I did is Rumble at the time required you to have 5 people to follow you in order before you could live stream. So I didn't have that. So I just made pre-recorded videos. I was doing that through StreamYards, and then I posted them to both Rumble and YouTube. And if you were to go back through my stuff way in the back, you'll see like a praying mantis avatar and just me trying out stuff and just like this and this, whatever. So I did small stuff, right? Talking about something, my day, observation, or maybe like a movie review. I did those just a little bit. And then I tried multi-streaming playing games because that is after a certain point I got tired of waiting, and I bought the pro package plan off of Rumble, which allowed you to live stream when you did it. It was like $10, so it's not really that big a deal. So I did that, and then I multi-streamed through OBS, which has a multi plugin, and that's how I did it. I never used virtual cam. I just used what was, and that was a fun trip in itself. And again, Rumble has had issues throughout its whole period of being, so there's no one period what was better over the other. So I did that for a time. I did streaming of gaming. I was playing all this stuff, and then it wasn't until I don't know how it went or how it got there, but I just asked this lady, Zora, who's my first person, like, would you like to come on and just chat about whatever. And so I was using that Brave call as sort of the beginning because it was free. It was all this stuff because I'm not going to pay like $25 a month for StreamYard to do to another place.
Right.
Ridiculous. So I was doing, I did that with her, and it was just fun, and then I brought her back on again later on. And then it's just sort of kind of over a slow period of time. So this is November of last year. This was November of last year when that formation started. Not the pre-recorded stuff of videos started in May. Actual live streaming started in August, and I've gone back through my stuff. And then the talking to people started with Zora in November. And so it was just a very slow process, like once in a blue moon or whatever, because I really wasn't hitting it. I wasn't really hitting it hard as it is now, which I'm not really doing, but it's just a thing. And then let's see. So it was kind of a slow start. It was her, another person, Toasty, and it's just sort of like people who I could reach out to, whoever, right? I've had on VTubers, I've had on all this other stuff. Pudge has been on, but it wasn't until, sorry, I apologize. Once that happened though with Sora, I was like, okay, so there's something here, right? I enjoy doing this. There's something here. After a while, as it built up to April, that's when I started to do sort of the whole month thing. Not whole months, but weekdays thing. For me, I've followed a lot of content creators, and I've followed a lot of content creator work over a long period of time, right? I've been using YouTube since I don't remember when, old stuff. And for a long time, a lot of people talk about gaming. A lot of people talk about, hey, UB legend. There you go.
What's up,
There you
UB?
go. That's a legend right there. I've been talking about gaming. People talk about gaming, politics, entertainment stuff, whatever. And while that's great for a period of time, for me, after a while, I was like, but this content creator is doing that. And that content creator is talking about the same thing, just their perspective. I was like, that just seems weird to me. I mean, because everyone's going to have their perspective on everything. Guns, like yourself, 2A and other ones, or gaming, like you and others, and so on and so forth. And I'm just like, I couldn't do it. Like I did movie reviews, that was fine, but it wasn't about doing that because I couldn't. It just didn't click. The reason why I say that is because throughout your life, as an adult, you are trying to find where you fit, or what thing you'd want to do, whatever, that thing that clicks with you that you want to do for a long time. And I've been at many jobs, I've been done many things and whatever, and it just wasn't clicking. It's just a job is just to pay for a paycheck. When I got started on this stuff, something there just clicked and was like, okay, let's keep going with this. I wouldn't say Johnny Carson, because there are a lot of stories with Johnny Carson that are not great. And you mostly talk. See, for me, these some of these content creators mostly talk to people who either bring them up, stay within their circle, or deal within the realm of what they talk about. Right? I am talking to just about anyone. Right? I'm creators, not creators, none of stuff. My thing of doing this is that there is a huge swath of resource that a lot of content creators, no matter what the niche is that they choose, Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it, that they're not using to a degree, or at least I didn't see them use, right? So you have some of these content creators that I've seen where they're like, I'm struggling to get this guest, I'm struggling to get this other content creator, whatnot. I'm like, but you have over, I don't know how many people following you. Why don't you just ask one of them to come on, right? Like you think, and I can understand, right? Reliability, scheduling, all that stuff. I'm in it. I'm totally understand that. But I kept seeing these things like you have this resource that's content ad infinitum, right? Thousand followers, 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 1,000,000 followers. Not all of them are actual followers, right? You do get some bots. But the point of the matter is I kept seeing this thing that they weren't tapping into, and I was like, why? Why does this feel like it's something that should be but isn't, right? I get it. You go for a niche. I'm not here to tell you how to make content. That's your deal. But it feels like you're passing up something that could be great, could be something valuable. I don't know. And so
I think a lot of it has to do with time and available, and the
availability.
when you get to a point, where you're looking for quantity instead of quality. I think that's what it comes down to. It comes down to quality, right? So, say for instance, you had 100,000 subscribers, right, or followers on your Rumble channel. You got a guy out there just like doing great work. Let's say he's a gamer, and he's like talking about whatever you agree with them or whatever you want to bring them on. right? Like that's a little bit different than just the quantity, right? That's what you're saying. You're saying somebody that has quality down the line, somewhere that has, maybe 300 followers, right?
Mhm.
And you got 100,000, you would bring them on if the quality's there. Is that what you're saying? As opposed to saying, I just want to bring mad people on just to have people on.
Well, it's more of like in a way of connection. So maybe I wasn't. I'm sorry if I don't explain myself well. It's a weird thing to try to. It's sort of, you have a lot of content creators who bring on other content creators for their stuff, right? Meet people they've
Mhm.
built into their circle or whatnot. But when they are, talking about, some content creators I've seen have done meetups. That's great, but not everyone can go. It costs money, all this stuff. But I'm talking about in the sense of a connection of bringing on just a regular person who doesn't create content at all, right? Or if they do, they're very small or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to get at is that I'm doing this thing where I didn't see other content creators doing it because they usually sometimes just build up their circle and they just stay in that circle. And
Mhm.
I get that. There's
Mhm.
understandability. Quality, I can understand because people want to, there are content creators that want to make quality content. I don't know if I can say my content is quality, but there is something there that feels like there's a need to it. Like it's not, I don't feel like it's been done before. And there's just something there that calls me to it. I can't explain it other than just that.
Mhm.
Right.
I mean, it's double digits in the building right now. Somebody, that's
Yeah.
double digit numbers of people that agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, it's you have people who wish they could go on. If a content creator asks, well, would you suggest, and some say myself or whatever. I've done that. I'm not gonna skip out on that. My problem is you have a lot of content creators who are connected to this huge swath of resource, and to bring on someone who's not in the circle or whatever. And yeah, there are some worries with it, and I've had those too, but I for having on over 100 different guests, I can't tell you how valuable the different perspectives, the different viewpoints, agree or disagree, content creator or not content creator, that doesn't matter. It's building these connections that seem to do more. And yeah, I may be wrong. I may be missing some people. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing this thing because there's something there that's calling out, and I'm just responding in the best way possible. And again, to have over on 100 different people and fill up a month as I have, I don't know what to anywhere to tell you. It for me, it's very difficult to. It's difficult because I don't know the words to say to get it across, of not making it sound like a negative thing or whatever. Because I'm not trying to get down on other content creators. I'm just saying I saw something it didn't seem like anyone else was doing, and it's been successful so far since then. So I I can't. I know, but I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the
Yeah.
ride.
It was just interesting because, when you explained to me like how the structure of this was,
Mhm.
was interesting to me because I don't see anything like this. I mean, not on the mainstream, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Um, obviously there's nothing, really proprietary about the idea, the concept. It's
yeah,
just doing the work. Like that's
yeah,
all it comes down to,
yeah.
so that's dope.
Well, and the thing of it is, I do know there are other. I've had other people on, or other people have talked about free form conversations, but for me, it feels like content creators, the ones that talk about entertainment, whatever, or politics. It feels like we're coming to the point where the old old media, right? Old media, 24/7 news, all this stuff. It feels like a part of that is moving over to the the new media, right? You
Mhm.
have other content. It's not exactly 24/7 news. I use it as an example of that's what it feels like, right? That's what it feels like to me. Is you having this 24/7 news moving from here to here, and it just hits on these same points of all. At the end of the day, all they're selling is a perspective and a personality, and that's it,
Mhm.
right? And for me, yeah, I have my own perspective, but for me doing this thing, I go I'm one of which is trying to go beyond my bias, right? Because I have a bias, you have a bias about our world, all the stuff we've grown up with, and so much other stuff. I'm trying to get past my bias because you've seen a bunch of stuff on social media, right? You look at Twitter X, you look all the reactions, all the hyperbole, all the stuff, all the things that just is like makes this world seem a lot more crazy. And for me, this gets me beyond the point of, you see something on there and you react to it instinctively and you've got to go after it. I get that. There are some things to do, some things to defend, and all this stuff, but there are other things where it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's same like getting angry, right? Like there are things to get angry on, and then at other times it's just a waste from my perspective. And when you see a content creator, again, when you see a content creator talk about one thing, something of Hollywood or whatever, and then you see like 1,000 of the content creators doing the same thing, I'm just like, I don't understand this. I mean, I get it, right? Money's, views, click, all that stuff. I just, it's one of those things where it confounds me. And then when I do this thing, I'm more confounded because I'm like, I may not have a well recognized name, even though some people still have an issue saying it correctly, but I just tell them to call me Dara because it's like, just call me Dara. I don't worry about it. Just call me, just call me Dara. But it is, I don't know. There's a value there. There's a value I see and a value I think other content creators take for granted to some degree. I'm not going to say all. I'm not going to say in what way because again, everyone is different, and you're going to create content in the way you want. So don't listen to me for that. But it's just my perspective of what I've gone through, and to come to this point, to be able to get to invite you on, to UB Legend who's been on, Flip City Magazine who's been on, all these different people, and all the followers I have been built through up that. I wouldn't be here without that, and so they've helped me in making this, and I'm very grateful for it. But yeah, I apologize. I know it's not the easiest way of explaining it, but I got something.
Yeah. No, that was a lot, man. Hey, what kind of headphones are those, man?
These are
The Astros?
Astro Gaming, yes.
Astro A10s?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. There's a content creator on YouTube called Hollow, and he was running, some creators have like a code or whatever. They get like 10% off or whatever.
What you talking about? Florida Hollow Point?
No, he has like not Hollow. His name is just Hollow. It's just his name.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Hollow Point.
But he's like a bald-headed dude, light brown skin, all that stuff. He's a gamer like yourself.
Yeah, he's Hispanic.
Oh, he's Hispanic? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Point. He has a wife and kid, or like two kids or something. Yeah, he live out in Florida, man.
Oh, he does? Oh, I didn't know that.
Or he at least I thought that's where. Yeah.
Right. But he had a code, and so I went to the website, and it's like $60 or whatever for these headphones, and I just like the design of them. Right?
How do they sound though? What's like? Have you been in a game like an immersive experience with them? I've never had Astros, man, but I'm thinking.
So this is my volume right here. You get like a special adapter for your microphone, because you could do microphone here and all that stuff. So you get this special adapter, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there are probably other ones of the Logitech thing that do probably a better job, but this is just basic whatever. It's not like I can tell any different. I used to have Bluetooth headphones, and I probably should have gotten a Bluetooth, but these are all.
I like the wired better. I think those. Yeah, I was looking at some Astros the other day, man. I was gonna. I don't know. I was thinking about it.
Well, if you do get them, use Hollow. You get 10% off. I'm just letting you know to give you some saving money. Yeah. If it still works, I don't know if it still works. I don't know if it still works though, but that's what I used.
Yeah.
But yes, they're Astro, and I'm basic at this stuff. I have a $130 camera, Logitech.
Damn. It's like no.
You can compare it to the $1,500, $2,000 ones.
No, I'm saying like that's good. That's a lot. That's a good amount of money, man. It's sub $200 for a nice camera.
I see quality headphones. Yeah, I'm not professional in any sense of this. If you were to look at my thumbnail making, right, from the very beginning, I would use the generated images from YouTube because they do that on the back end, right? And then I've for a very long time I've been using Canva. I've been using Canva to make my thumbnails, and I've gone through a process, and I've had some help along the way. I've used AI to some degree to kind of help me out on some other stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm very basic in my approach to this because I do want to try to keep an authenticity as close as possible because it boggles my mind. I get it, but it boggles my mind where some people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars on equipment, and sometimes the cheaper stuff works a lot better and you have lesser troubles with it. Because I've seen people having like the higher end cameras and stuff, and they keep running into trouble, keep running into trouble, keep running.
Right.
I'm just like, what is this?
We're not talking about Temu. I don't think we're talking about Temu, y'all. Just
no Temu. I've not bought. I've either Amazon or from the website like Logitech.
You get you a Temu camera. You turn that thing on at night. Somebody will jump through that thing.
Hey, Master Rumble. But yeah, I'm very basic. Look, my microphone here I bought off of Amazon. I just like the RGB thing, $30-$40. The headphones with the discount probably cost close to $60. The headphones I bought these. Now you can't get this off the Logitech camera. This is a Brio 500. You can get that off the Logitech website, but I went to Amazon and got it for a cheaper price, like around $70. So the only big thing I bought was the desk I have, but that was mostly because tax season and I needed a new desk because the desk I had been with me since I was a kid. So yeah, I had to get
how you carry it out. You went to Wally World and carried it out on your
Amazon.
Through all those people? Oh, you went through Amazon? Okay.
Yeah, it was like $130 or $60. I can't remember. And all that stuff. And no, that was the picture in back right there. That is from a retail store. It was $10. So you'll probably see. So you see all the post notes up there and all that stuff. Those are all Rumble rants. Those are all Rumble rants right up there. Because I'm not monetizing YouTube. I have nowhere near to be anywhere near that. But Rumble, I'm monetized. And so a content creator I follow, I haven't watched their stuff in a long time, was Side Scrollers Podcast. And he had a thing where if someone donated gifted subs, whatever, they'd write down the name and put them up. I was like, oh, I'll take that idea because someone told me my wall was very plain. And so I needed to add color. So I was like, want to do something that gives appreciation to people, give me Rumble rants, need color. And so that's what I did. Same thing with this picture right there, just to add more color. I just thought it was, sad, cute, because, Pug on a skateboard with his headphones. Probably not the best, but it
I mean, if you like it, man, shit, it don't matter what anybody else says in your crib, man.
Yeah. But no, yeah, when I was trying to explain it to you, people have trouble understanding because they're used to topic-centered shows, right? You're talking about this, and this online. I get it, right? I get it. I've had a guy named Ryan Roger on. He talks about how he works. He's learned over time to do structured more, to work better, and all that stuff. And I can understand that. I get that. But for me, I've found that the freedom of doing this, the freedom of where you can go wherever, works great. It does. Like you can start at one completely obvious point, and then you're off in some place making fart jokes. That's how crazy this stuff gets, and all this stuff. But for some people, it can be difficult to understand because they're like, okay, so what do you do? What are the questions? And they even called this an interview too. I'm like, if we both are asking each other questions, it's not really an interview anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a great conversationalist, to have great conversations. It doesn't matter. There's no judging degree. There's no whatever of what a great conversation is. It's just me and you having a conversation, and that's that.
There you
go. We can go anywhere. So I know that.
Shout out to the soundboard Lord.
Oh,
I see, and UB in the building, Nifty in the building.
Yeah.
I mean to not, acknowledge.
No,
your presence over here. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
You're fine.
Engage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I try to do that too. But asking me a question, I'm trying to. Because I don't want to, and that's the same way with it's a Dara discussion. No, it's Darachat. No, it's a Darachat. It's a lot of people will name their shows a podcasting, right? They'll end with cast and all that stuff. No, not all. Some do different name, but majority of it will end with cast. And so I was trying to figure out something that would work, right? So I was trying to think, okay, what's a different discussion, conversation, and then chat came up, right? And so what I did was just took the beginning of the thing, and then just added chat to it, and that was it.
There you go.
Uh,
Mastering. I see you too, man.
yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. And no, shout out to Jada Delete. He actually gave the name for an upcoming show in November. It's gonna be so Lumpy does his own roundtable for Rumble and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
In November, I'll be doing my own version of that. We'll be try to be a little more formal, but it's just going to try to do things in more positive moving forward. Because there's a lot. I get
Yeah.
it. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different people. Some people have been burned, or at least perceived burned by Rumble. And while I can understand that, there are some things, because there was a post I had to make a while back on Twitter X. And Switzerland Play IT, credit them. He pointed out that the $1, $2 tier were missing from the Rumble rants, and I was like, I better go make sure this is a thing and not just something saying something. So I went to go check, and they did. So whatever happened for that to be, I went. I was at work, so I couldn't do anything. So once I got home, I did a little thing. I wrote it. I put it on Twitter X. People said it was written well, so thank you. I guess I don't believe I'm that great, and I got a response. It's probably the third time I've gotten a response from someone from Rumble. So I've gotten a response from Chris for one thing. I've gotten a response from Rumble Mario for something, and Rick Rack for something. And so that was taken care of. Once Rick Rack saw that, he said it'd be fixed in a few hours, and it was. Because that was not, I don't know what was going on, an update or whatever, but that was not going to be, because I do a thing on Fridays called Pay It Forward. And I go through the live stream section on Friday at 7 p.m. Help with the engagement factor, and I give a little, rant stuff and do all that stuff. And you've been a recipient for it a few times, so there's that. There's that too. But yeah, so I just want to bring people together, no matter whether you're a user of Rumble or not, or interested, and just try to find the ground of maybe do a little venting, but also try to figure out how we can do this. Because again, there's just some things that Rumble has to catch up on. They're in a competition, right? You've got a lot of different players out there, especially the big ones, right? YouTube, Twitch, other stuff, and then you have Rumble Studios and the stuff that happens there, and they've got to compete with all those other streaming platforms. There are some things that are great they do, some things they fail on. And I've stated many times in the past, I will praise Rumble when it does well, and I will admonish it, but I will not kiss butt.
Mhm.
I will not kiss butt, and all that stuff. But enough of my. God dang it, Frag! You made it about me again. No, but so so you know who Recon and Rad is, right?
Yeah.
So are you a bit like him, you 2A stuff and all that, and gaming as well, because you have a big.
Oh, I mean, I know him. I don't know like what he's all about though.
Oh.
We hung out, played a few games. I think we played X Defiant, something else before. I think we actually ran into the finals too. But
Oh,
it's for
okay.
me. I don't know what all his beliefs are. I ain't really
Okay.
just a cool dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, nah, man. I'm all about the 2A, man.
Yeah. So I mean, what? Because I know for you, you do a lot of gaming, because that's what I mostly know you from is the gaming factor. But what? You just like playing games. Is there just certain games you like to play, or is it just what about you draws you to want to be in the gaming faction of playing on Rumble?
Total immersion in something that I enjoy outside of streaming. You know what I'm saying? So like some people like play the guitar and some people like to do those kind of things, right? Certain things that I do outside of like this is the only place that I could do this way. There's no other avenue for me to do this way. You know, I could do a podcast, I could do all that. I've already thought about all that stuff. Like we got things are starting to come together. Some new sponsors for the channel and all that. So, we got a lot of things that's moving right now. But as far as gaming, FPS shooters, I started off way back in the day with obviously Sonic, and for real, I was playing Pong back in the 80s. Like that was my that was my shit. I love Pong.
Right.
And then Qbert with the Atari. then I jumped on, I had Sega Genesis, and then I was always the guy to either have Sega or PlayStation.
Right.
All my other folks, they had N64s, the SNESs, the NESs, they had all that stuff. So I go over to their crib and play that. If they wanted to come over and get on some Mortal Kombat 2, they come to my crib. So that's just how I grew up, and being able to actually show people what I enjoy, and have them enjoy it with me, and just kind of just I just want to hang out, man. I'm hanging. The only time that I really play for real, I mean, for 80 to 90% of the time is when I'm streaming. Right, I got 4 kids. I'm married. You know what I'm saying? I got I got chickens. I got stuff to do. So it's like, just to hang out, and when people show up and they pull up, I tell everybody to pull up. It does help me. It does help. Just cultivating an environment where people could just say whatever they want. Like I don't trip. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all start tripping.
Yeah.
If my audience starts tripping and I see things kind of going out of line or something, because at the end of the day, it's a business. This is an extension of my other business that I have, right? Like this is one of the pieces of the umbrella. So for me, if you bad for business, like you bad for my other brands too. Right. And if you bad for my other brands, I can't really, like, there's nothing I can do about it. I gotta let you go. Yeah. Because I got
kids and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I have responsibilities.
Yeah, responsibilities.
I can't let people, really kind of stay in the way. So, I come off, I try to come off nice, because that's not nice, but kind. Yeah. I'm not nice. But I think people kind of get that. And I think that's why we in my chat or on my channel, we're kind of cool and just kind of hang out, man.
Yeah. No, it's understandable, because again, it's like with Uncle Pudge, right? He has a business. He's he's not 9 to 5. I'm a 9 to 5. And that's I've seen what going full time for a content creator does, because you see them, and in some ways, right, in the YouTube fashion, right, they're not begging, but they're kind of begging for rants, whatever, or if you're well known, they'll just give it to you and all that stuff. And for me, it kind of defeats the purpose of why one creates content, because if you go full time, you're relying on that heavily, and doing content creation and relying on it full time is like being a waiter. It's basically tips. You're up, down, up, down. So if you rely on it fully, goodness sake, it's
and that's why I tell people too, is like, if you're looking for a different avenue or something like that, right? It's content creation, right? But that's only one facet. I could tell you that I spend way more time working on sponsors, working on ideas, collaborating with other people, trying to make sure that everything is squared away, like all my shipments are going out right. Everything that's supposed to be coming into me, I'm getting on time. I can't say certain things because of NDAs and all this other stuff that I got going on, because I write NDAs. Right. So like there's certain, people in my businesses that I have that, I can't say certain things, I can't allow them to say certain things, or I got to mute them or something like that, just for a second before, so it's like, and that's, that's Zoom calls and team calls and all that other stuff, so it's like, I get it. But if you have other avenues, right? If you're not just content creating, you can still make money outside and still be comfortable somewhat, if you just grow that, because those are small businesses as well. Yeah. We have a controller company we work with. We have a grunt style. I mean, everything I'm always on. I always got grunt style on. That's another avenue, and to be able to get paid through that avenue, and then still be able to content create, but content creation being at the forefront of that, it becomes more than just me content creating. Now I have a business that's holding up other businesses. Yeah. Right. So if one falls, and I'll be like, guess that company shouldn't have went woke, and then I just move on to the next. That's just how it is, because they the same way. If I say something out of line or something like that, something that's not in my my contract or something, like, that's why I don't get into all that, like, overseas and all that stuff. I know about America. That's it. I know about America. I got family overseas that can't come over here because of certain things that's going on, and they being blocked, and things are slowing down for them. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
It's it sounds like it's a very hard road to traverse, because you have to watch out for the landmines that are there. And and I can understand. I mean, I'm not a business person in general. I just do this because it's a hobby, and I work somewhere else, but I enjoy the faction of who I get to meet and all that stuff. But I understand on the business, like at least I can understand in some small way that it's difficult, it's rough, and this is your livelihood, right? It's part of your livelihood. It's part of one facet of your livelihood, the
Yeah.
content creation itself.
Yeah.
And it can lead to other things as well, like sponsorships, collabing with either companies, big or small, depending on, and all that jazz. And there comes a whole litany of other stuff that comes with it. It's just, it can be a mess. But I mean,
Perks are nice too.
well, I can believe that. I can believe that, especially it's not what you know, it's who you know, sort of thing. But yeah, I get that, and I definitely want to be one of those people that put you in a binding situation, because I may not be able to see from the angle that you do, but you see where you have to step,
Yeah,
and
but
I
it comes
don't.
on me. It comes on me as the owner and
Yeah,
the person to step up and be like, hey, you can't really, yeah, I can't really talk about that, or I can't really say that. And it's not like, for real. If I'm being perfectly honest with you,
yeah.
there is not a lot that I can't say.
Okay,
Like there's not a lot that I can't say to hurt another company. You know what I'm saying? Because
okay,
at the end of the day, every company that I work with, I've already vetted. Every
okay,
company I work with has never really had a problem with anybody outside of that. They may
okay.
have individual views that I may not agree with, but that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right,
I'm an individual. That's what it is. But at the same
right.
time, I have to abide by certain contracts, and I have to abide by things. Just like with Rumble, we on
Yeah.
Rumble Studio right now. I know what you can say.
Mhm.
So and you still can get paid from this through ad reads.
Yeah.
I get it. Like when people say it's a hobby,
Mhm.
but I think of it a little bit differently in that this is something that could propel me and a lot of people like
Mhm.
that that I can bring up with me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if they making money, we all making money.
Yeah, and for me, the
It's a little gnat, man.
dang those nets. It's sort of like when I do my pay it forward streams. They it'll because I stream to not only Rumble, but I stream to YouTube as well, because
Mhm,
I'm as a content creator, it's best to make a safety net, because one platform is no longer viable for a content creator anymore. It's just
mhm.
you've seen all the signs with Twitch, you've seen all the signs with YouTube. It's just no longer viable. But whatever. That's just my personal perspective. Um, but yeah, it's for my when I do that, I show off a bit of Rumble, I show off a bit of what it can do. Now again, there's still stuff that has to be done, there still has to be worked on. I mean, it's not it's just perspective of. But at the end of the day, though, um, I just enjoy this progress. And yeah, I know a lot of people, they tell me, is there anything I can say or can't say? I'm like, look, there's 98% of the field. All I ask is 2%, and that's just no big game words. After that, you're good. I don't care if you curse. I don't care about all the other stuff. It does not matter to me, because at the end of the day, I'm on two platforms, not one. So you're gonna, because I've already had someone, I've already had a lady named Vex, that's her username, come on, and she did like she said the bundle of 6 words, and I was like, Vex.
Oh,
But it's all right. I still have her on from time to time.
I
But
thought it
it's
was a loose cigarette. That's what I thought it was. Somebody told me that the other day. They're like, "Man, it's a bundle of sticks, man." And I was like, "Wait,
that
what?"
too. It is both. It's both. It's
I
just
never heard
the
of bundle of
English.
sticks. That was just funny to me.
Yeah, because what? No, it's not broken. I just haven't pulled up the stuff yet. I was just trying to converse with. So I'm very focused on conversing with Fragniac because of all her stuff. So
Steve said, "I thought pull up meant come fight me." It does, but it's not like I'm not trying to. Like I'm a peaceful guy, man.
yeah,
I'm very docile, dog. If you meet me out, like this is what I look like.
yeah,
I look like
yeah,
this. Sunglasses. I'm always wearing a hat. I
yeah,
always got something on. I just mean pull up. Just pull up to the stream, man.
yeah. No, and for me, and it's same for me. Is like I don't. All this. I loathe content creator drama to the hilt of it, because it's such a BS artistry where you don't know if there's any truth to it. You can't tell if it's just for views or clicks or money for whatever. And you get into this break into the team travesty. And for me, I don't give a rat's behind. I,
Mhm.
you want the ultimate truth? I'll tell you the ultimate truth. You'll be dead one day. Do you really want to waste your time on all this content creator bull crap about stuff? Now, if there's something that needs to be clarified, clarify. I get it. You just clarify it, move on. But don't tell me I have to follow all these stinking content creators that get themselves in this stupid drama BS, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be dead, and I'd rather be doing this thing where I get to talk to a bunch of different people with a bunch of different perspectives and get to have an enjoyable time out of it and see where it takes me for the future than deal with this litany of stupidity that goes nowhere. You lose me.
Yeah,
It's
they like
wasted
that.
energy.
They like that. I just cut people off, dog. I don't know.
I can't. I can't do it.
YouTube drama just undermines the credibility, integrity, and stuff.
Well, not only that, but the creativity. Because what then? Why are they creating content? Oh, I'm creating. You have these content creators that create drama type content or whatever, or do all this stuff, or algorithmic stuff, or whatever. I'm just like, for you as a person who uses a business as a different aspect. But when you have people come on and they're chasing the views and they're chasing the algorithm and all this stuff, why are you creating? Not you, but the general.
Because they're bored, and the average thing for them doesn't work, right? Let's look back at Dylan Mulvaney, right? In the beginning, Dylan Mulvaney was doing, like farm animal videos, on TikTok.
Yeah.
After a while, the farm animal videos weren't hitting like the first ones were. So he did something a little bit different, and then the things that he did was hitting, and he just kept on that, and now he got a show. So it's like, she got a show. Them got a show.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. I think he was in the theater production of Mormon, right?
He was on Price is Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was on Price is Right, acting a fool, rolling around on the ground, acting crazy. See, that goes to your point.
Yeah. It's just a ridiculous, and that's where I kind of I bring it to two questions, right? I did this kind of thing after I saw, because again, content creators and what they choose to do this for. I was like, okay, so what if I'm creating content? What am I doing it for? What am I wanting to get out of it? Because that's general at the end of the day what you want to do with it, right? You're creating your own thing. That's great. Go for it. Don't listen to me about that. I'm just giving you my perspective. And for me, I do this because I get to meet a lot of different people, a lot of different perspectives. I get to get past my own individual bias and get to see the world for as it is, rather than just niceties. I'm a nice, I'm not like a angry person or whatever. I've been angry, but I'm not like mean or whatever. I do want to find a peace route to it if I can, or whatever when I have to. But I can't. I just can't. I can't play the game. I can't play the game for the algorithm. I can't play the game for all this stuff. I want to do this thing my own way, and if it means meeting a lot of different people, some of which they might be a challenge, some of them not. I've had people on here where it is a challenge to get them to converse, but within that challenge, I can learn how to better improvise. I can learn how to better to react and all this stuff, because why not? If you're not challenging yourself to some degree as a content creator, then what are you doing? Right? It doesn't have to be a big mountainous thing to challenge yourself with. It could be small stuff too. Like I still am trying to figure out, like, because this thumbnail look better or whatever, but I think I've hit on something that works because red is my favorite color. It's just a trial and error sort of thing. I do have a lot of different people who have a lot of different skill bits, and to have the ability to go to them if able is a great notion. Say I have people who are in the technological field, they know about coding and whatnot. I've had people who I have some people who know greatness about sewing or yarning or whatever. I've had people on. I had someone on who was once in a movie long ago. There's just so many things you can learn from people, and it's just fascinating. It just fascinates me to no end. And I don't know. I have an idea what the future for it could be, but I'm not a business-minded person. I'm not business-minded like you are. I'm just doing this thing because I find something there. I enjoy the process, even though it's difficult times, and I want to see where more it goes. And in the end, that's what truly matters to me, because I can't tell you how awesome it has been to get the opportunity to just chat about whatever. That's what it is. I know that's probably me talking about myself too much, but I apologize.
Nah, you good, man. You good. Shit, I gotta know who you are too, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
I'm on here showing everything, and be like, man, didn't you hear the something? Be like, oh yeah, man. He said he don't give a shit about all that.
yeah.
That don't matter.
I look, for all it's worth, I invest just on the Rumble faction, right? I invest in Rumble because I see the potential of its future, right? Rumble Studios, Rumble Cloud, Rumble itself. I see the potential of its future, right? That's why I invest in the stocks. That's why I give more to creators who are on Rumble. Not give more, but I do more. I don't give any super chats anymore.
You give
right?
more of yourself.
I give more as myself. I still will use YouTube for what it's
Mhm.
worth because it has stuff that Rumble doesn't. But money wise, I give more on Rumble. Time wise, I give equal amount between my streaming stuff. But at the end of the day, though, I see the potential that this could be. It's just there's a lot of stuff now that feels murky and miry and business stuff that you aren't sure if they can or can't talk about or whatever. And it's just a frustrating mess because you're on the outside trying to look in and they have the answers that you kind of need, but they either can't say or won't say. Yeah. And
I'm on the outside. I'm looking at. Yeah, that's a jam, man.
I just I just see the potential of it, and that's what I support. I truly believe if they improve Rumble Studios more, they could be. I mean, I know people are pointing to Rumble Cloud, right? Rumble Cloud is their golden egg, but Rumble is building an ecosystem, right? Rumble Cloud, Rumble Studios, all that stuff. And the best example out there for building a good ecosystem, Apple, right? Agree or disagree on the products, whatever you think of it, they've built a really great ecosystem. And why is that? Because your song that you buy from one piece can be used on the others.
Mm-hmm.
If Rumble could get something like that, they could go the distance. But it's just,
How do you think they do that?
how do I think do that? Well, obviously, Rumble Studios is one point, right? Rumble Studios, there are a lot of different streaming places, right? OBS, StreamYards, EVMux, and a whole assortment of other ones, right? That's their competition for it, right? But the problem of those competition is that you have to pay for more.
Right.
You have to for more
Right.
links of streams to point out to, for more time to use, and all this stuff. You have to pay for that. Rumble Studio, you don't. Now, it's free for us, but it's not free for them. In
Right.
the essence of what the word free is. Point of the matter, though, is that they can have a bit more of an offense or more that the other people can't do. It's just that some of the other things that the other people can do, Rumble Studios isn't doing well. You were a recipient of that, right? The whole camera thing, right? The whole camera thing, stuff like that. There's still a few things they should add to it, but what do I know? I'm just trying to do this thing. Rumble, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be updated. I know this year is supposed to be shorts. I know you probably have some of your issues too. Small things here and there. It doesn't have to be big, but it's just there's still stuff there that needs to be done, and they're catching up. But it feels like it's a bit of a drag, and you aren't sure of the reasons why. Like your song earlier, I'm on the outside or looking on the inside. Whatever.
Yeah. There's certain there's a few content creators on the inside. I just wish we'd be able to kind of get a little more insight as to what everybody collectively would want. Maybe like a survey or something like that, or something. I think that would be beneficial to the whole process, right? Because at least they can get a gauge of what if it's not on this pipeline, then maybe Q4. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or next year we'll be able to kind of figure out what's going on. I mean, Rumble's it's still in its baby stages, and I'm just I'm blessed that I'm here like on the platform and they're communicating with us in some way, right? So that's a huge deal for me because they really don't have to tell us shit for real. They can just keep it all to themselves. They don't have to tell us anything that's going on, and they keep us somewhat involved. I just feel like if we were able to get something together and get to them, that would be a lot better. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
That's what I want to try to do with Rumble Squared is because it's a data point. It's a data collection point because that was my thought too, is where is the ability to find out what the majority of the platform wants that they can work on? Now, there's some things that would take quite a long time, obviously, because there are steps and stuff, or something that could take not a long time. But at the end of the day, we've not seen a survey of some sort. We've not seen something that is collecting data to say, okay, so this is what the chunk of majority of our creators want. This is a chunk of what the users of our platform would like. Let's see about working on it. Because you'll see Rick say it's on our roadmap. It's on a roadmap. But what's the roadmap? Can we at least see something? You don't have to give us dates. Just give us something physical to kind of like, oh, so they're working on this. They're working on this. That'd be great. You take a energy out of the room, but like you said, they don't have to tell us diddly squat and all this stuff. And I think that can kind of work for, and that can kind of work against. It's very, very duality.
Also, Rumble is also held. They have a fiduciary duty to not tank the company.
Yeah,
doing something that could potentially alter everything, right? So, I totally understand when you're beholden to your shareholders.
Yeah.
They may have a different vision than what we have just on the inside because they on the outside.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, like what you were saying, if we had some amalgamations, like a center point of like everything is going on. Like I don't I don't know how everybody else feels. I don't care about the dates. I'm cool with just knowing the date, like it's on their radar. Like drop it in this box and you read it and you're giving me something. You know what I'm saying? Right. I get that. Rick's one person.
Yeah.
Mario's one person, Chris is one person, but I feel that this is not something that I think needs to be on them. I think it needs to be on us as content creators to put something like this together so we can get everything together for them, get in a nice package, send it to them, and they can acknowledge it and say, hey, and they can start just chopping at it. If it's even in the pipeline, and if it's not in the pipeline, let us know. But I think it's on us to do that for them because they got their hands tied. I mean, their hands are full. It's not tied. They're full.
Yeah, exactly. And and again, that's why I'm going to do Rumble Square. I mean, it's not going to be perfect at the get-go because
it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
It needs to be a platform. It needs to be something that's there that's showing that these are the issues that we're having as a collective. This is an individual like, I wish that there was that low latency. Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Absolute fire. It changes the whole dynamic of my stream. I've seen Cat Dog stream. What was it yesterday? Going crazy. It's crazy how. These are the things that I'm talking about. And when I didn't even know that was in, the works like that. I heard somebody talking about it, but people talk all the time.
Yeah.
But actually hearing that from Rick or hearing that from Rumble, Twitter account, then that's dope, man. I appreciate that. More than anything. Because if you real with me, I'm gonna be real with you. They haven't switched up on me yet.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna go?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's understandable. There was one point of oh crap, I forgot. There was one point of saying, instead of having all Rumble's traffic going to Twitter X looking at these updates, there should be something on Rumble's platform itself giving these updates, right? Like a page or whatever, saying, here are the updates, here what's going on or whatever, because they're giving their competitor, and yes, Twitter X or X is their competitor, they're giving their competitor traffic for just telling them about the updates. Now, you can put it on there, that's fine, but they need to have something on the platform where, hey, these are the updates, this is what's going on, and people can go to that page. Or something of bug support, right? Or you go to give like bugs or something that's going on, you get to say, hey, this is this. Rumble Studios has something that I think would work, is they have a feedback area. You go in there, you give your email, you give the feedback, all this stuff for a support area, right? Instead of just having to email support, instead of having to email moderation or whatever, there are things where it could be streamlined. But like you said, we are on the outside, not the inside. So I don't know how that would work.
I mean, you have a bunch of posters on your wall. Those are Rumble rants, right? Which means you're getting paid by Rumble, which means you probably have your phone number on the website, right? Okay. They could send you a text letting you know what's going on in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. That'll be great. But see, again, it's the manpower, right?
Yeah.
So if they were able to bring somebody on, or somebody on that could run a team, you got all these people out here looking for jobs.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could bring them on, have them do this, and it could be through creators. It could be the creators that are doing this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like updates from Rumble. You know, Lumpy's got his round table, but that, you know, that and yeah, they listen to that round table. That's not the collective though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just whoever they have on that day.
Yeah.
You want to talk to as many people as you possibly can and all this, and get all the information you can and all that. That's fine, but that's just your platform.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying there needs to be something as a, you know, to where we can all kind of put our little 2 cents in, because my 2 cents ain't even 2 cents. It's a fraction of a cent. You know what I'm saying? It is
Yeah.
0.000001, you know,
Yeah.
1,000th of a percent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time, you know, we need that.
Yeah, no, and again, I mean, that's what I want to try to do, is have a data collection area for all that stuff. The good, bad, and the ugly. Now, a while back, I was trying to find out, okay, because I was trying to compare the yearage of like, okay, so Rumble's in its 11th year, right? It started in 2013. It's in its 11th year. So where was YouTube at its 11th year? That's what I was trying to go for. And so I went to look that up. Now again,
2015,
yeah.
because I was on the platform in 06.
Yeah, and they started in 2005.
Yeah.
That was something.
Yeah.
But when I had gone to look for it, now there's a website I went to, and I'll show it briefly.
Yeah, that was back when I was on E-Bonds World in IT class.
Hey, oh, there you go.
Building. What up, though?
Like rag when you play.
Y'all just mad because we stomped y'all out last time we played, dog. Don't come up in here, dog. Look, you just think, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah,
what's up, Amish? Shout out to Amish, man.
He just wants to throw some trouble your way. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get him good this time.
Nah, I like Amish though. I might need that. I might need him to make me a frag grenade, like a 3D one.
Oh,
he got me this other ones, y'all, but I want that. I need that 3D one. I got it sitting up on the wall. I want that 3D frag grenade, man. Just a little, you know, maybe pull the pin out and I can just pull it out my teeth or something. You know, come on, Amish.
Put a little. Oh yeah, he says he's just here to pull it. Hey, look, you give him a 5, he may give you something, all right? Just
Amish
anyway,
too, man. Shout out to Amish.
So I found this website by Googling stuff. So this is a museum of YouTube. You know, 2005, 2006. You know, you see kind of the updates and what it looks like.
I remember that.
What?
I remember all that. Good.
Yeah. Grief. So I was trying to figure out, okay, so what was YouTube like at its 11th year? So 2005 would be 11 years would be 2016. All right, so this is what 2016, and I remember some of this because I remember that right there, and the Goodyear trying to do a 360 tire and all that stuff. So you see all this, but so then I had to decide of going back to 2005 because I wanted to what did YouTube look like at the beginning, and so I didn't know this, but YouTube was started by 3 former PayPal employees in 2005, and of course they didn't sell Google until 2006, November of 2006. And so it's right over here. In November 2006, CPU was purchased by Google for $1.65 billion. Now that's not a lot to today's standards, but back then that was a lot. But I was going through it and all this stuff, but oh no, that's the wrong thing. So I'm going through looking all this. Oh, so this is what it looked like. Putting your contact us or whatever. See, and this is something they could have right there too. I think they might have that, but I'm not sure on Rumble. And then you sign up, and then what is YouTube and all that stuff, and developer AIP, all that. And then when I came to hear something, of course you see like MySpace re-enables YouTube embeds. Yeah, that's old. That's old. But this is what, it wasn't this, but it was this right here, 2014, 2005, right? This is 3 guys, former PayPal employees from YouTube. So this is what they say. Welcome to our world. For quite a while, we've been discussing how and when we should start integrating ourselves more within the YouTube community. There's obviously a multitude of reasons we want to do this. First and foremost, we need you. We need an open and honest discourse with our users to understand what works, what doesn't, what features you would really like to see, what little annoying things on the site really piss you off. We want to hear it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Secondly, We want you to know us, how we work, what we're doing, and the challenges we deal with. We get such an intimate view, sometimes a little too intimate, admittedly, into the lives of so many users. It's about time you start seeing us as well. So, what have you been up to lately? Thanks to all of you, our growth has been absolutely phenomenal these past months. And this is 2005 when they started out. And as you could probably imagine, with such rapid growth comes a whole host of scalability problems. Believe me, these are the best kinds of problems to have, but they are still problems more nonetheless. And we've spent much of our time and energy focused on just dealing with the amount of traffic we're getting. This has been a bit of frustrating for all of us, since it distracts us from improving the site and working on new features as much as we would like to. However, we're continuing to do things to improve the scalability and stability of our site, which will give us more time to focus on what matters most, bringing you all the features you want to see. And then it just kind of goes into the video, which you can't play. But when I read that, I asked myself one question, and can you just take a guess with the question I asked myself?
What happened?
Well, that too. But I'm like, where is this for Rumble? Where have we seen this on Rumble's website? Where have we seen this on their Twitter X? Where have we seen them say this or something
Oh,
like
I
that?
have no. I don't even get that deep.
Yeah. And so for me, there's like, these guys are saying right here, right now, look, you make our platform. We want to hear what works, what doesn't work, what features you'd like to see, all the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have not seen this been said, maybe not in the exact same way, but I've not seen anything similar of them saying this on Rumble. Like that right there, this is that transparency thing right there. They want to be open. What was it? It was open, and we need an open and honest discourse with our users to understand what works, what doesn't. And that for me right there, I think that's part of the problem that some people have with Rumble, is that there's not an open and honest discourse with their users. And so when I saw that, I was like, I'm not trying to go against Rumble. I just don't see it anywhere where they say that.
Yeah, but saying it and actually doing it is different. Like if they
Yeah.
weren't doing it, that you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
they were
I don't
doing
know.
it. They were. I mean, this is 2005 before YouTube was bought. 2005 and then 2006 before it was bought up by Google. So this is just three guys from PayPal, right? And so this going down the line. This is December, so we're kind of going backwards here. So they give updates, subscription centers, new video player, blocking. So this is the one that got me. I'm here at 2005, YouTube, right?
Mhm.
Blocking and reporting a user. How many times have you heard that from other content creators on Rumble asking for blocking or reporting a user for stealing stuff or stealing content or whatever? How many times have you heard that from other content creators on Rumble asking for something like that?
I don't know.
I've heard it quite a lot,
Heard it
and
a lot.
yet, and well, not I wouldn't say a lot, but I've heard it many times where people are asking for that, whether it's to block a channel or something like that. And yet, right here in 2005, I don't know how many people they had during this time. It was, again, it's just three people, but if they had just had those three people and a dozen others in 2005, they were able to accomplish something that people right now at Rumble are asking for. Right. So I'm going down to this list. I'm looking, featured this, more playlist features. Again, 2005 required tags, nano a day giveaway. I don't even. Oh, it's an iPod Nano. Never mind. I was like, what the hell is that? Full screen, all of the, and then I come to here. September 12th, 2005. First up, video flagging. How many times have you heard people about saying, hey, this content creator is stealing stuff or stealing someone else's content from us on this platform, right? Or from someone else's platform. Why can't we flag them? You have to email Rumble's moderation team in order to get something resolved. And yet 2005, YouTube had that. Maybe not perfect, but they had it. And so it just boggles my mind that I can go back to this thing, 2005 YouTube, and I can look at things they already have in their first year, and Rumble in its 11th year does not have. And that's where I think some people are frustrated.
You gonna put that on your not your site.
Oh, for the Rumble Square, I may use it
Mhm.
just as going over because to give people an idea of it. But when we were talking about updates for Rumble, whatnot, or what to focus on, that's my question for them is what grants something to be more focused on for updates rather than something else? Is it voted on? Is it like you said because of for uh, the financial aspect? What is it? What decides what update gets more focus than another? Right?
Oh, I'm not saying that that's what
Oh,
gets more focus. I'm saying that they are beholden to their shareholders to a
yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah,
degree. They don't
yeah,
necessarily have to take their advice, but
yeah.
they need to know that, like the community is the community because they have there's a hierarchy here,
Yeah.
right? We don't have as much power as the shareholders do. So if he holds stock, then we have a say,
Yeah.
right? More so than somebody that doesn't hold any stock. But there are shareholders within Rumble because Rumble's a publicly traded company. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that they have to listen to them.
Right. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
apologize. No, it's just you said the money part of it,
Yeah,
that's what that was what I was thinking on. But no,
yeah.
it's and I have shares in Rumble too, but I don't know where that puts me at. Um
It don't put me
but
nowhere near where I can make a decision. I can tell you that now. That's where I'm at.
same. Guess I ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah, it's like 3 digits, buddy. Let's not get it twisted. I am at three stacks right now. There's not no.
Hey, more power to you, man. But yeah, it's just there are some things that people are asking, and YouTube was able to have it within its first year. Again, I don't know how many people were working at the beginning of it. I'm going off. There were 3 people starting it, and then maybe it had some team help or whatever. But at the end of the day, there are things at the 11th year of Rumble that people are asking for that they still don't have, or it's mismatched onto the app version but not the web. And I think part of that is where the frustration comes from in not being heard, or they think they're being heard, and then months to a year later, nothing happens. And I think so we're talking about being able to have a data point and listening and all this stuff. So yeah, it's something I'll bring to the Rumble Squared and then have them see the difference, right? Because again, right now, right at this very second, YouTube is king of the platforms. I don't know what to tell anyone. Twitch has its own thing that's mostly just live streaming. YouTube is doing 3 different things: shorts, pre-recorded, live streaming. Not perfectly, but it's doing all those 3 because they're still valid, right? Pre-recorded videos, right? Shorts. Not everyone makes shorts, but still. And they're doing these 3 things. That's what makes them king of the platforms right now, and all this stuff. Most companies don't seem to talk their heaps. Yeah, and that's the thing is like I'd like to have an open conversation with anyone at Rumble that's willing to have it with me. I'm not here to be hostile. I'm not here to be angry. I'm just here to ask the why. I'm just here to ask questions that we hope would get some sort of form of answer. But like you said, they don't have to answer to us to some degree. They don't have to give us any answer back. But
Mhm.
wouldn't it be nice if we did? I just that's where I'd like to be. I'd like to have an open and honest discourse. Like they just said that the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's work together to make this platform one of the greatest. But we
Yeah, that's a
can't do
good that's
that.
a good that's a good idea to have for YouTube, but did they actually implement that? That's what I was trying to get at, right? It's
Okay.
because like on paper for me, on paper don't mean nothing because there's a bunch of laws I'm sure that I've broken just right now in the state of North Carolina because some laws are retarded. They just are. They
True.
just happen
That's
to be
true.
stupid. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, it's like, did YouTube actually do that? Or is that one of the reasons why they're here in this position right now? Because they didn't actually do what they said they were going to do. They just made it sound real nice and got a bunch of people like Steven Crowder and other folks onto the platform to give them a whole bunch of money, to generate them a whole bunch of money, right? Like so again, having some kind of uh collective survey environment would be beneficial. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really compare it to YouTube, because YouTube's
Well,
they're not the best, bro.
not. I mean, now they're not. But I mean, at the beginning, they were building something that is regarded as one of the best because again, YouTube is the world's second world search engine. I
Hmm.
think.
I believe
Um,
it.
but
It's Google.
But even then, the idea of having an open and honest discourse, or just having an open conversation with Rumble, should be idea enough to at least get somewhere where we feel like, okay, now we can get back. It doesn't have to be everything, right? Because there's some things they can't say, like use with NDAs and stuff. That's fine. But let's have an open conversation. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly about Rumble. Let's be honest about those factions, and let's build this to be one of the greats. We want a platform where we can be free speech and all that stuff.
I think we're more loyal over on Rumble's side than any other platform, and I think that has a lot to do with how they've kind of moved things around for us.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm not speaking about monetarily at all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I'm speaking about getting connections going and things like that. Like, we got to keep the ball rolling, and I
Yeah.
think it's incumbent on us
Yeah.
or up to us in order to make that happen, right? Because again, like I mean, Rumble's been around 11 years, right?
Yeah.
But they've only really started gaining traction in the last two, maybe three, right? I mean, if we're being honest.
Yeah, 2019 or 2020 is when they went public, right?
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, we can give them time, but
Yeah.
time ain't gonna do it. We got to do it.
Yeah. And again, I'd rather do it in a more positive, constructive aspect, because you have a lot of people who will be angry and vigilant in some manner and just like, F you, right? Where I want to be like, okay, so how can we have a discussion? Like, let's collect the data. Let's see where we're at. What would the majority want? I mean, I've tried to. There's a website I've looked up to do polls, because Rumble doesn't have a poll thing, but I can go to this website, put a few things down, and then hold on, I'll show it. There was a website I found where you can make a poll in seconds, and then you could link it. Let's see. Okay, it's free, but here, this is the. It's just poll-maker.com. You make a poll, do whatever. I haven't used it yet, but that's something I'll use for Rumble Squared, where this could be in essence a data point to collect for. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and people. The most that gets the percentage will be the one we'll try to see about. But it's something. It's something, and that's what I'd like to start. Not perfectly, but try. And Dash says, in a business sense, one of the metrics Rumble has as a KPI is VOC, voice of customer. I currently don't see how they're collecting that metric, which, yeah, neither do I. Where's the data they're collecting at? Where all that stuff, like you were saying.
And it may be locked up in a vault somewhere where they can't discuss it, or they just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
maybe.
And we don't. We'll not know the answer until whatever.
But if they can let us know,
yeah,
that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah.
If we
not
only
mandatory, but it'd be nice.
Yeah. You only get YouTube before they sold the Google. A MySpace page to put music on again. Yeah, I mean, you'd run into the copyright stuff though of the previous, because right now it's all music copyright. Yeah, you'd probably run into that, because I think DMCA was the only way at the time to take care of that issue. But anyway, because of how things started, it is the top of the hour. It's actually 2 hours in, but it's the top of the hour. And what I do is with the guests, sometimes when content creators do, they do like at the beginning, they have like tell you about the content creator, or they promote themselves or whatever. At that point, they either do sporadically throughout, or they do it at the end. And I sort of do that every hour, because sort of a timekeeping thing, but also it's sort of a reminder, like an alarm clock. Oh, the hour's up. Here we go. Let's promote ourselves, and just kind of go from there. So I did put your link down below, but you're welcome. And since you're so good at what you do, show them how to sell yourself. Not like that. Not like that.
Pull up to the channel. I try to go live every day. We got sponsors. I got the hookup in every channel. Every single time we go live, just click that link. I got the hookup. You'll bring up. We got Grunt Style, right? Patriotic clothing, merch apparel, all that. You can get a koozie and a woobie at the same time on the site. Coffee brand coffee, we got that as well. Nice. Coffee, tea, cocoa. That's in the link as well. We got controllers over there as well. Customize your own controller over there. Nice. Use my discount code. Hell, we got chairs. I know FP and Pudge got the same kind of chair. Dow and X gaming chairs. They're comfortable, ergonomic for the big backs. Okay. You know what I mean? And now we just got and I can actually officially say it.
Mhm.
We have landofbiltong.com. If you've never had biltong, it
Ooh.
is absolutely delicious.
Mhm.
You know, Wagyu beef, Angus beef. I just got the package right now. It's good. Seasoned, you can get it spicy, you can get it check out the website. Got fruit on the website available as well. If you use
Mm.
code FRAGOUT, you'll save 10%. Okay, we just got that today. So that is something that I'm just releasing right now. And so that's on your show. Anton's landofbiltong.com. Use code
Yeah.
FRAGOUT. Save
And
yourself some change.
he's appeared on in Quartering's chat from time to time as well. The
Yep.
King of Biltong.
Yep.
So I've heard
Huge
him
deal
say,
from me.
yeah, huge. Heard a lot of great things. But no, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And again, his link is down below. Give him a look if he's worth a follow. Which dude is chill as heck. Give it to him because the dude works it. Dude works it. He's like he's like Kazam. But
You know what I mean? I'm not 7 foot and I can't dunk and I'm not bald. That boy.
well, you certainly sound like you can grant wishes though. But anyway, just a little hoover, man. Just leave it. All right. From my end though, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the stuff, leaving a follow, leaving a comment, any of it, all of it, it doesn't matter. Anything that helps the engagement factor, because again, being seen more leads to having more different people on. I can't tell you how many people that have appeared in this chat have been on this show too. So anything the engagement on either end, Rumble or YouTube, is much appreciated because again, I am going on this journey of my next milestone is 200 different guests, and I'm already at around 115 something. I have to recount again. So will I get to the end of the year? Don't know. But that's the next milestone. That's what I'm aiming for. People usually aim for followers, all the likes, all the stuff. To me, the conversation is the point, and that's what I'm more focused on. Everything else is a bonus to me, and I'm grateful for it. And if you want to find out where else I'm at, there's a link down below. And you can click on that. You'll find my Twitter X. You'll find my email. You'll find my Discord thing. You'll find Rumble and YouTube. If you'd like to come on, you can go there and find those places, or you can come to either YouTube or Rumble, leave a comment there, and we can get started. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to all the people I'll have on. And again, like I showed you earlier, right? This is my month. That's my month of October right there. That's a lot of new and returning people on there. And of course, I started well, it's not a new show, but I started a show where it's called Dara's Hangout Den. It is where people who were guests previously on a Darachat come on and kind of intermingle with each other. So not only am I bringing on people that chat whatever, but those people that were once guests come on together and intermingle with each other and kind of make that cross-pollinating conversation happen to where you never know. And that's what I want to do, is foster more of that conversation with other people, whether they are a creator or not, because we're in a time of divisiveness, and we're not really sitting at the table to just have a conversation about whatever, to be open to some degree. And that's what I want to try to foster. And of course, Rumble Squared will start next month on the 23rd. But yeah, I still grow on either end. I'm not in the thousands or hundreds of thousands, whatever, but I appreciate it all. I'm grateful for it all because it's truly amazing when you start looking at all the people. And I'm counting their first time, right? So when I say over 100 different people, I'm counting their first time when they come on. There have been people that have been on multiple times after that first time. I'm just counting their first time they come on because it's just easier that way, and it doesn't mix up like their multiple times. So yeah, it's just an awesome time. Of course, getting to talk to you is just right in that field, because I know I did try at least once in the past, and I think it was like in September. You're like, look, I can't do it. I'm too busy. Another time.
September was wild, man.
Yeah,
And
wild. Yep. And I'm glad we were able to get it this time because I've had Lumpy on, I've had Pudge TV on. I've had people from the YouTube side on. I've had a few people from the Twitch side on. There's actually a gentleman from the Kick side I'm going to have on in November. So I'm not only reaching multiple people, creator or not, I'm reaching multiple platforms. And I think, again, that's where that thing is at. And it still amazes me. And I know, not do the burnout or whatever, but for me, it's like, if you enjoy doing it, it doesn't feel like a burnout. It feels like, what's this next person coming on? What are they going to be like? What do they want? What is their perspective of the world around them and all that stuff? There's so much there. And it just feels, I just feel like I can't be the only one doing this, because if I am, I must be the weird one. Hey, Steve, thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I know we've had a difficult run in the beginning, but we got it. We got it. This man right here, he's got a good brain in the skull. That's something. But yeah, it's been a wonderful ride. But yeah, I know you're a busy guy, and not that I know what you do every day other than the gaming factor, but you to give me your time, especially for anyone else, is also appreciated too, because sometimes I only get a person on once, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the time in the chat, man. Y'all keeping it live, and everybody that's here, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Do that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I at first I didn't like asking for that stuff, because I felt it was like beyond.
I don't ask.
Yeah,
hit that like button if you enjoy the stream, and if you don't, hit that dislike button. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't. I say it every stream. Yeah. I say hit that dislike button if you're enjoying the stream. Hit that hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Hit that dislike button if you don't like a thing. You follow as well. Hit that notification bell so we can stay connected. Because that's what it is.
I'm just waiting for the day Amish just keeps hitting that dislike button because he likes the show so much.
Shout out to Amish.
Amish is gonna be like, look, you said hit the dislike button if I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Oh no, but I've gotten over that. I know it's part of what it is, but I'm just trying to create this authentic thing that I'm hoping will go long, even if I don't have a business mind, even if I don't understand Frag. Oh, look, there you go. Follow on both ends right there.
Shout out to Nomad. Yeah. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
We're gonna get some stuff done. So, criminy. So from your end of, being here on Rumble and doing all this stuff, what have you, what have you enjoyed most about it, and what are, if any, issues you have with it at this time?
With Rumble?
Yeah.
Nothing really. I'm not even like, and people be like, oh, hey, you trying to be passive and stuff. I really don't. I coming from YouTube shafted me. That's why I'm over here. And Rumble hasn't switched up on you, boy. So why would I not support them? Why would I not be a ride or die? Why would I not wear a hat during stream? You know what I'm saying? Why would I not do that? I get it. Everybody has their, their problems and things like that. Put it in the fucking suggestion box. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
It ain't worth all the, you know what I mean? It's really not, bro. Because at the end of the day, where you gonna go? I mean, you can go to these other places, but eventually they ain't gonna be around long. Yeah. We'll see what happens in the future. But I'm happy to be on the platform. I'm blessed to be on the platform. I'm happy to be on the platform, and let's keep it rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah. What happened with the YouTube thing though? Because you said they shafted you, but what did they do? Like,
so in the beginning, I was getting monetized. After a while, no more monetization. They couldn't tell me why.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like that, and this is back in 2015. So I was good up until 2015. I was still getting paid, right? I was with a I don't know what they're called. They're like, it was a network, right? I was with a network, right? And I was getting paid through the network over, through YouTube, through the network. So I didn't have to wait for to meet any threshold or anything like that. It just boom, they just cut me a check, and I was good. Back then I just had I had no scope gaming glasses. They were the blue light glasses that they were a sponsor, and then I had Cinch gaming controllers, and I've been rocking with them for almost a decade now.
Nice.
Right, 2015 to 2025. That's 10 years, right? I mean, I went to public school, but
Yeah.
so I've been rocking with them ever since, and I've kept in communication with them. The only thing that's changed is the owner. The owner was actually a guy that worked there before, so
Right.
so I was getting paid, somewhat little pieces everywhere, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Then all of a sudden, YouTube was like, nah, you're good, dude. We're gonna go ahead and change the threshold and make this certain kind of way, and you got to meet this criteria and all. And I was like, oh, word, all right. So I completely cut YouTube off. And then, I started coming back every now and then, put up a couple videos or whatever, do a live stream or something like that. But it was never like the amount of energy was never even there. Like, if I'm going to be honest, after that, all that happened, I was burnt out from it. I was like, man, let me just go ahead and, work a 9 to 5, take care of what I got to take care of. And then, eventually maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. Then Rumble hit, and I was looking at Rumble for like 3 months, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Went ahead and signed up, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
And they haven't switched up on me, so I'm gonna be here. Just be you, Rumble.
Yeah. And it reminds me of, because I had Silver Fox on a long while ago. I had him on, and he sort of had that same situation with. I mean, he still has his YouTube up there, and it's grown a bit. His channel, but he said the same thing too. It's like it would be where the monetization was good one day, it was bad. It'd just be fluctuating all over the place, and he wouldn't really get a real answer there. And so, yeah, it was just interesting to hear that from him, because again, there are, you see those content creators from the YouTube side. Where do they go to get something done? They go to Twitter X. They go there. They complain to YouTube support to get something done. They have to go to another platform to get something resolved from their original platform. That seems a little strange to me, for any platform, really, but still. And so to see that and to hear your story and of course Silver's story and so many others, it does shows like, yeah, why is they there if they're just going to throw me over because I did something they can't explain to me? They can't even say what I did wrong, and then I'm supposed to. They still do that.
And I only had, at the time, I only had like 2,200 subscribers on YouTube. It won't even like, and I was like, what? Why is this happening to me? I see all this stuff happening to other YouTubers. I'm like, okay, well, they got, 100,000, 600, a million. I get it for them. I understand it for them because they're trying to, they're trying to shake up the industry or whatever. But for me, I was low hanging fruit. That's all that was. And I felt, slighted by that. So,
Shafted.
A little slight.
A little.
Some slight, they slighted your boy.
Yeah. And that's for Amish right there. That'll go up on the wall.
There you go, Amish.
Yeah, see, you're getting your name up on the wall. You won't be able to see it, but at least you know it'll be the color purple. So, I mean.
There you go. You like that. That's your favorite movie.
Purple rain. Purple rain.
You like that too? You got the purple rain pillows at the house?
I just know the song, man. When you hear so many of the songs on the oldie station, Purple Rain, Raspberry Beret, what's another one? Gosh dang it.
Yeah, I'm a rock guy, man. I'm not,
Oh, really?
I'll hear it and I'll kind of know what it. Obviously, Purple Rain is Prince, but certain things that people talk about, they're like, oh yeah, you remember this song? I'm like, was it a guitar involved?
Was there an instrument in there?
Was there an instrument, or was it just synthesized, bro? I can't.
Right.
We're on a different frequency, bro. I listen different.
So what bands do you listen to then?
I really don't listen to a whole lot of anything anymore. I mean, I grew up on Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Guy, my bad. Stevie Ray Vaughan. I grew up with everything. I was raised in the church, so gospel music was like the forefront. Then Elvis, was a big deal. I liked Elvis, man, and
yeah.
I wasn't a huge like Elvis fan, like all that. I'm good with all that. Hip hop. I grew up in hip hop as well, right. So I saw a lot of trends, especially when Kanye came out. I was like, man, this dude listen to everything. I was like, I know what that song's from, and every now and then I'll listen to it's a DJ named Static Selector. Blues is king, dog. I listened to a guy named Static Selector, and he has this is it Static Selector? No, it's not Static Selector. It's one of these DJs out there, and they do a mix. What is it called? Scramble. DJ Scram Jones does a scramble mix, and he does the original song, but after before he does the original song that you like, excuse me, he does the original first, and
Mhm.
then he does the remixed, 2022 version of whatever song it was using that same sample.
Right.
So you'll hear a lot of Kanye, you'll hear a lot of different things, but it all comes together. Like, Beyonce's song way back in the day was like some, Eartha Kitt or something like that, or it'd be somebody
Yeah.
like that. So I like listening to that, and I can hear a lot of those songs, when he does that, just from one, growing up in the church, listening to rock music, listening to hip hop, and all that. So yeah, I was never really a gangster rap person. That wasn't my. I know, I know cats are really about that life. That was not something I wanted to listen to.
Right.
It was just me growing up. I just didn't really. I don't know. It wasn't a thing for me.
No, no DMC Run, no Mr. Big, no Tupac, none of that.
DMC was goofy to me
Really?
growing up. Yeah, I mean, I would listen to Pac and Big, obviously, but it was never like the
Yeah.
Beastie Boys and all that. Vanilla none of that.
Ah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't dig it. I mean, it was I don't know.
Yeah.
It was MC Hammer. It was a lot. It was a
Yeah.
lot. My thing. I used to listen to a lot, like hip hop wise, was like Deep South, like 504 Boys. I used to listen to a lot of KRS-One.
Ooh.
Guys like that. They were a little controversial. Beanie Siegel.
Mhm.
I go from listening to Beanie Siegel and Freeway to listening to Breaking Benjamin,
Breaking
or
Benjamin.
Circa Survive, or what's that other, Seosin or something like that. So I like alternative rock. I like hip hop. I like different kinds of music.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, a bit more oldies as well. I mean, Beatles. I've listened to like Temptations, some songs of Temptations, mostly just snippets, bits of songs here and there. Some of the songs from like Donna Summer, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Bad Girl, got all that, and all that stuff. But there is stuff like I've listened to Jamiroquai. Really acid. If you've never heard of him, he makes a lot of, it's like acid jazz, some other pop, and all this mixture
Okay.
of stuff. His stuff is on YouTube if you ever want to check it out. It's J. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like, because spelling the name might get a little. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, it sound like a bunch of silent letters in it.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is Jamiroquai, right here.
Oh, that's his first name. I thought it was three names. All right.
Nope. That's what it is. He does a whole bunch. Some of his stuff, some of it poppy, some of it disco, some of it acid jazz to some degree, but I enjoy it all the same. He has some really good stuff. If you've never heard of his store, I just say if you're gonna give one song a try, Virtual Sanity maybe, or if you want really like a disco typey song, where is it? Not Cloud9, not Little. Maybe Cosmic Girl. Yeah, Cosmic Girl is a pretty good one. It's very high upbeat, very disco-like music.
Okay, what is this genre primarily?
I don't know. It's a mixture. It's disco. It's pop. He does a lot of different mixtures of stuff, because he himself is a kid of a famous musician, but I can't remember who. So, but yeah, it's just a lot of, some of it's disco, some of it's jazz, some of it's just a mixture of stuff, and it's really worth a try, even if it's just one song. Jamiroquai, yeah, and but that's how it's spelled: Jamiroquai, and dude's been, I don't know, around for I don't know how long, to be honest, but I've listened to some of his music. It's been a while, but I do like his stuff. It gets you like dancing and stuff. You feel it sometimes, like disco does, whatever. Like was it Earth, Wind and Fire? You got the Bee Gees as well. I've listened to some of the Bee Gees. Goodness sake, the Bee Gees. He was popular in the 90s. Oh, okay. So yeah, but I mean, he sells some good songs. Gorillaz was one of my.
Gorillaz was Gorillaz,
yeah. When Feel Good Inc. came out, that was my first music video I ever saw of theirs, right? And that was like VH1 or MTV, whatever it was. But when I saw that, the animation of it was like, holy cow.
Yeah, it was trippy.
It was. But now it has like over 300 million views on YouTube. And I'm just like, I get their Demon Days. I got their Demon Days album. I've got like Plastic Beach. Just all they've worked with a wide, mostly. Jamie Albarn has worked with a variety of musicians, but they've been mostly just been black musicians and from different parts of the world, right? Some English, American, whatever. He worked with Bobby Womack, was one. He's worked with jeez, I can't remember the rest, but that's one that reaches out to me. I've listened to that. I've listened to Coldplay is one I've listened to.
Okay.
Listened to their like early album because I think I got into them when they were coming out with like La Vida or something like that, Viva La Vida. And then I went back to their earlier stuff with like Yellow and their earlier album, which is very slow, mellow band. It's very weird to hear the first album and they come to now. Very weird.
Yeah.
Because they're up mellow and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Coldplay. And then after that, it's just sort of like bits and pieces of bands, right? Because you hear like a one-hit wonder or whatever, and you just kind of like that song. The other stuff is kind of like, eh. Let's see. I'm going to go into my my library of music. I've listened to some newer stuff too. Like I've heard some of Dua Lipa stuff and other things. Yeah. Bee Gees. I have some Billy Idol, Billy Preston, great artist there. Some Bob Dylan. There's one song by Bobby Caldwell, Boney M, Rasputin. Boney M is a who is Boney M? I don't know how to describe them, but they had a song called is there info? No, I don't want to share artists. But that's what Boney M is right there. That's the band.
Okay.
And let's see what else I can find. I've got some Bruno Mars on here. I have some I also have some songs. It's a funny thing, right? You remember Dance Dance Revolution, right?
DDR, yeah, man. I used to work at a laser tag spot, dog. They used to come in there and be like these 40-year-old virgins in that jump, busting it, dog. Yeah, bro, that jump was interesting, bro. Especially I was like sweeping up. I'm like, this dude is crazy. Look at his feet. He's like 400 pounds, going nuts, holding on to the rail and shit. Yeah, that jump was wild, man. That DDR boy be messing them up. They get some of that Red Bull in them, boy. They gone, boy. 7-Eleven right across the street and shit.
It's like, sir, you having a heart attack or something? Are you okay? I'm okay. I can beat it. It's fast.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he's going.
Oh my gosh! And some of those songs, when you saw some of those expert songs, you're like, how the hell are they still alive?
It's crazy, dog. It's like they use it. And one of the dudes that used to come in is a big Asian dude, dog. He was for real. He's like 400 pounds for real. He was huge, and he used to come in that thing. He had little legs too, and he used to come in that thing, man. And he had both of them, right? Because he had the dual. We had the dual setup.
Yeah.
Right. Because at first we got the regular one. The owner was like, nah. We can really get him with the money. Then we got one of the things or whatever. I was one of the managers at the time. We were rolling the thing out. I was like, man, this is crazy, man. Ain't nobody gonna use this thing like that. It's too big. He came in that jump, boom, 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 with his little legs and shit.
Yeah.
Wore like a size 8 foot. You know what I mean? He went in the jump. He was and he jump over to the next one. He be playing 2 games at a time. Crazy, man. Crazy.
I remember. So the biggest proponent of where I saw Dance Dance Revolution is when I went to Cedar Point, and that's in Ohio, for those who don't know. It's a theme park. And they would have an arcade area where you could open, it's the open door area. You go in, you do all these different arcades. And DDR would be right there up front. And you have a crowd. If this person was good, like real good, you would have a crowd around them. And when they hit it, there were applause like nobody's business. You were just like, holy hell.
I dropped my broom for him and shit. Hey, there you go, big boy. There you go. Somebody get him a Diet Coke.
You're like, get it. Come on, you can get it. One more.
He was tearing it up too. Tearing it up.
Oh my gosh. And I remember at a certain point, you could buy it on the PlayStation and have those pads, right? You could have those pads.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't the same though, because when you saw the actual thing in an arcade, you were like, it's go time.
Yeah.
And believe me, I tried it.
I did it. Yeah, hell yeah, I did it when we were closing.
Yeah.
Boy, we be out that thing. Boy, I bust my ass so many times on that thing. Hitting, running over the rail. My boy fell over the rail.
Yeah. And
it was wild.
Blip Blop brings up a good point. It's missed arcade culture has become a thing of the past every second. Yeah,
It's not here anymore, man.
you have for an arcade, right? You have now some arcades didn't, but you had arcade places that would serve food as well, right? All that stuff or candy or whatever. You had arcades that had a social aspect to it,
Hmm.
and a multiple varied game aspect to it. You had it cost like a quarter. Some things cost a little more, like pinball machines, right? Pinball machines probably
We
be a
had a
dollar or
way to get the
so.
quarter out, man. Yeah, money was not a problem for us. You rolling with us, dog. You getting free games all day. You hear me? They ain't paying for those games.
Oh
Nah,
goodness.
there was one game. It was like Street Fighter. We could do that on Street Fighter though. Oh, you had to
Oh
just
yeah.
drill a hole in it. Put a piece of fishing line on it. We use like a 10-pound test fishing line. Throw that joint in
Oh,
there. Pull it right
jeez.
back out real quick. You got to be quick with it though. If you put it in there, you get it
Yeah.
jammed up. You got to call the maintenance man, and then everybody scatter. Ain't
Oh yeah.
nobody know what happened, and I'm in trouble.
Run!
Yeah, I was the only young. Everybody just left. I was sitting there. I was like, what they? Oh, I'm caught. All right, bet. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't do this. You can't. I was like, I'm sorry. They just put it in here. I made up something. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's gonna be the last time, mister. And I was like, man, get out of here, man. Give me another quarter so I can play this game. Get off
Yeah.
my face.
I think one of the other places too is what used to be a big proponent back then, but not anymore, is Chuck E. Cheese. Right?
Yeah,
Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah,
Chuck E. Cheese used to be the biggest thing back in the day. You get your tokens, you'd exchange all the tickets you got for the prizes. Like I remember when Jurassic Park, right? You had Jurassic Park, that game, you're shooting a game. Holy crap, that game was difficult. You were
yeah,
the T-Rex would always mess you up.
yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't designed for kids to win. That was a good game.
yeah.
That was a daggone good game. Yeah, now black people just fight in there. That's where they go to fight.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, and it's insane what we used to have is now it's just like you just have a game on your phone and that's that. And just like there was a social aspect to it, especially when you had something like DDR or Street Fighter or the X-Men stuff, right? The X-Men
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles where
yeah.
you have multiplayer. I remember when the Simpsons had their
Yep,
own arcade game. I
I
remember
do.
that. That was just different time, man, different
Yeah,
time. But
yeah.
it was just funny, man. Because getting back to the DDR4, there are some songs that were on DDR4 that I have in my iPhone, iPod,
Oh,
whatever.
there you go.
And which one? Captain Jack. The one was "Only You." That was one of the songs off in there. I have some of those harder ones though that were more from like the Japanese stuff. I don't really have. I have like a few songs of CeeLo Green, Cheap Trick. I have a song by Chemical Brothers, just one song. It's just a lot of bits and pieces of different music. Dead Mouse. What was it?
I like Avicii now. I like a little Avicii. That's my Tiesto, Avicii. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good with that. I think that comes from like me working at a laser tag place. That's all we used to listen to. Back
Really?
on. It was a club in the back every single game.
She's. You're like, all right. I've heard this song enough. Don't wait. Wait for the drop. Wait for the drop.
And yeah, and don't let us try to change it either. Like put on something else. The owner will show up or something. Like he's in home and he just came out the shower. He had his bathrobe on, his slippers on. He didn't
Yeah.
come in and change that thing. I was watching on the camera at home, and then no, you weren't.
Put my music back on. Look, it's getting a little tiring. I can't.
Yeah. He's like, who keeps changing this music back here?
Or like if you have something like with dubstep in it, it's like, oh wow, jeez.
Yeah, yeah. He ain't like none of that stuff. He was like, leave it on this station. It was called a DMX machine. Leave it on this station.
DMX machine. I've not heard of that.
It was a huge machine we had in the back.
Okay.
And that's where we used to fix all the if there was an issue with one of the guns or the laser wasn't working
Yeah.
right, or was having some issue, or we used to have our own little buttons that we used to put.
Mhm.
It was like a literal button. It almost like a battery you have in the back of a watch. And
Yeah.
it'd be a button, but the button would have all our information on it. So it would say, my name, my stats, all this, and it
Mhm.
would say like my custom name and like all this. So when it'll show up my custom name,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to play blackout games and all that. Man, that was good times, man. But yeah, that's why I think I'm into. Well, it was. I don't mind not listening. I don't mind listening to EDM, is what I'm saying.
Right. right? But you're just like, oh, not this one again.
Now, some of them I can't listen to, dog. It made me sick. I was hearing it every day.
Yeah.
Like, too much.
When you know your nose is bleeding, that's probably when you should stop.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Vision blurry and shit.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah. There's one place near where I'm at where there is a laser tag, but and then there's paintball, right? There's also paintball stuff. Like outdoor paintball. But yeah, it's just the not too many places are of arcade thing as much anymore, or it doesn't feel the same as it once used to be, right?
Yeah. Dave and Buster's ain't it. Stop
Yeah.
it. It's not the best place on earth. Stop it. It's just another place. Play in your in your room.
Yeah. And being for adults, but it's just like, but that's I get it, but still. Um there was a like a bowling ball sort of arcade combo place. I've seen that before. I can't remember what it was called, but it's just a different feeling now because that time has come and gone. And you can really tell, especially for the 90s. The 90s was, I mean, I was in my teens, young, but it was just a music stuff. I remember Hootie and the Blowfish. Good Lord, Hootie and the Blowfish. Now he's all Darius Rucker is all on his own making country music. Like, how the hell
That's
do
what I
you
was about to say. Darius gone.
Yeah, how do you go
Man,
from
gone.
how do you go from pop to country? I don't know.
He thought it was an easy transition, like Taylor Swift or something, like backwards, country to
Yeah.
pop, pop to country. It didn't
Oh
work.
yeah. Yep. And then yeah, like the NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all that stuff. It was a
Girls just go
different time.
crazy over that, man. I was like, what is going on? Like, they all got the frosted tips and shit. I was this is corny. You don't want a thug? You don't want a thug? You want this? We're about to go to high school. You want one of these guys? You don't want a thug? Look at this earring I got in.
And I was like, you know that guy, right? He is gay, right? You know he's gay.
It doesn't matter if he is. I love him anyway. I was like, all right, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Don't make me. I won't stop you. Go for it. But I don't think he's gonna like you, girl. He's gonna like. Oh my goodness! And now you have that stuff, but it's in a different country, right? Like BTS.
Oh yeah, K-pop. Hey, if I'm being honest, dog, the beats, man. The beats is what gets me. I like the K, especially I'm in a Korean restaurant. You know, sitting down eating some Korean food, man, and then it come on, big but don't live in Tokyo. You know, all that. Dude, I'm with it.
Yeah, no, that K-pop and J-pop.
Oh, can you close the door? Just close it. You can stay in here. Just close the door.
Oh,
don't slam it. Oh, yeah.
Don't. No, you can't. It's okay. And that's the thing. Another thing too with being a content creator, right? Is that you do have some people who are parents and showing their kids versus not showing their kids. There's been some people that I've seen that are parents that do have shown their kids, and some people don't, and that's fine either way. It's just, even from my perspective, not being a parent, it's still a worrying thing because you have the social media, you have all this stuff, and it's a vile viper.
Yeah, like see for me, I have four girls, and we got a gun for everyone. I'm not worried as much as other people. I get it. Like you don't want to have your kids out there and all that other stuff, but at the same time, I bring them on stream when I do. I just ain't picking her up right now. She know that.
Yeah.
You know, like, but at the end of the day, you know, it's like you could try it. You know, it'll be a bad day for you, but you know, let's, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the way I look at it, dog. I'm pretty confident.
No. And again, but that's not every parent though. That's what I'm trying to spell out, is that some parents don't do that. So I had a father and daughter duo streamer on once, you know, Hacking the Y. Great. You know, his daughter first started out getting frustrated by gaming and whatnot. And later on, through doing different games, they got better at it and all that. So there's that too. So it can be a fun thing to involve your kids in that aspect, because there's a sort of enjoyment time together sort of thing. It's just the whole, you know, on camera. Some parents don't do it. Some parents do. It just varies between parents, and it's understandable because social media has shown us how vile and viperous it can get. Right? You've seen this stuff on Twitter X, right? It got worse once they added monetization to it, because you saw those bait posts and all those things, and it's just, you could see the poison that it can become. There's a greatness for the tool, right? Because for your business, you need it for the social media aspect to get your business out there, to say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, all that stuff, right? Because that's
Right.
part of the content creator. But it still has its downsides, like everything else we have. And it's just, yeah, it could be a road trip. But I do
Yeah.
know, if you're smart about it, whatever. It's just, I've seen that for some parents, and it's understandable on
Steve
that
said
part.
YouTube hates kids. I don't know about all that.
Mm.
They're just a little different, man.
Yeah, just a little different,
They're a little
especially,
different. I don't
yeah,
really like YouTube too much.
yeah, and that's again, it's understandable from your end too. But yeah, no, I was on a stream with someone else's stream yesterday, and then his family was kind of going on around behind him doing their thing. He had a few kids himself, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, all right, there, I'm fine with it. But I have seen the opposite end. We're just like, stay out, stay out, stay out.
Yeah, like I said, I don't.
Yeah.
I ain't tripping.
But money,
Not hard to find.
yeah, boils down to money between. Oh, it boils down to money between family. No, I don't know what you mean by that. Or what you're replying to. But yeah, it's still a journeyous thing and learning this craft. Like, again, I'm not going to be a perfect professional at this. I'm not here to make my thumbnails to be like this super, like, you see those thumbnails where the mouth is open and all that stuff. It's that sort of thing at YouTube. I'm just here to enjoy this process of getting to converse with others and seeing where it goes, and seeing maybe if out of all of it all, I'm able to connect people with other people, and we can find some way of getting past this divisive stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be everyone. Disagreement, agreement, doesn't matter. It's just right now we're at this stasis of divide hard, and you see it highly in the political section, but you see it almost everywhere else too, especially in the creator sphere. And it's just, it feels so exhausting. It feels so very exhausting, and that's why I do what I do, because I find there's more energy in this than having other people on talking about whatever, than talking on politics or just the silliness of it. And yeah, it's all I'm gonna say is, dude, I am so grateful that you said yes, because it's it's for me, it's not about clout. I'm not here for clout. I'm not here to use you for anything that matter. I'm just here because I get to talk to Fragniac. That is awesome.
Shut
That is
up, man.
awesome.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's been
Yeah.
fun, dude.
Yeah, it has. And I know earlier we kind of had our difficulties with the tech stuff, but that's okay. I'm glad everyone came. It's just been a long one, and of course I do have a stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. and I've got some other things I got to do. So nothing against you, man. I highly thank you for coming on.
No, man.
It's
Thanks for
just
having me.
not, just don't want to do all day sort of thing, because I was on like I was on for like almost 5 hours yesterday, but that's how great the conversation went. That's how
Right.
great the conversation went. So, but anyway, so first, a few things first. One is, we'll go ahead and promote ourselves again, obviously, because I want people to go and check your stuff out and all that stuff, and go from there. And then another thing, and then we'll close out. So go ahead and do what you do, my man.
Y'all like video games? All right. I play video games on Rumble. Check me out. Check me out on Rumble, man. Follow somebody I follow on Rumble. Follow somebody I follow on X, Fragniac on everything. I got the hookup down in my descriptions below. Save yourself some chains on some dope products that I'm using already. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I use the discounts as well. You might as well use them. I'm just passing them on to you. If I'm being completely honest, dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff that I've already had. I've already vetted every company. I use every product that I say I use. Right.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it is what it is, man. But I appreciate y'all y'all having me, man. And yeah, shout out to you, Dara.
Yeah. And of course, you're always welcome to come back. This is not just a one-timer deal. I know you're a busy guy, so that may hinder our next time, but you're always welcome to come back. Why not? There's always more to talk about, dude. A conversation can go on almost forever, because there is so many silly, ridiculous things, or serious things, or philosophical things to talk about, that the amount could be almost infinite. and that's what I aim for as well. So, but thank you, and of course from my end, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing, leaving a follow, comment, any of it, all of it, it doesn't matter. Anything that helps with the engagement is much appreciated because engagement leads to being seen more, which leads to having not only the aspect of being seen more, but having more people on. Because again, one person connects to another. A great example is I was on a lady's stream. Her name was Jessica. She no longer streams anymore, but regardless, I was on her stream and I met a gentleman named Jack Tarlad through that chat. Then I had Jack Tarlad on, and I met another gentleman through him named Tomby, the UK people. And through Tomby, I've met a person named Yarnwich, DJ Smoo, Abe, Hanayama-sama, and it's just one person leads to another. That's the lineup. That's the collection of all these people leading different people, and that's what I'm going for. And you're engaged. You're helping with the engagement. Helps with that. So, and also I have a link down below. It'll show you where my Twitter X is, email, Discord, YouTube, Rumble. Go there. Look my stuff up. If you'd like to have if you'd like to take the opportunity to come on, look, you can leave a comment down in Rumble or YouTube, or you can go to that link, find me at those places, and go from there. Because again, guys, this is not about just people who are creators. This is not just about one section or another. This is about people, creator or not, willing to come on, have a conversation about whatever, and just have a great fun time, have maybe a deep conversation time. It doesn't matter. We're here, we're conversing, and we're being humans. Because it feels like nowadays we have to be these separate ideological teams, and I don't care for it. After a time, right? After starting in April, when I started, doing sort of the whole month thing, like I showed you earlier, just more and being driven more and more to do it because it just something drives me more to want to keep trying to do this thing because it's just something's there. I can't explain it, but it just calls me to keep doing this thing. And I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what anyone else would call it. It's just there, and I'm chasing it. The energy is there, and I'm chasing it because, yeah. And I appreciate all who come on to give me an opportunity. So, anyway, guys, and also here's something I do with my guests, right? So I have a thing. It's called Questions from a Hat, and I bought a hat from Rumble. So there you go. And what's inside? I have questions on it. So what happens is, guest gets 2 freebies, and then if people want another one out of the hat, they got to pay for it. Now I'm not monetizing YouTube, so Rumble's where it's at. So you want to get another one out of the hat, got to give a rant on Rumble. Pass those 2. But because Amish did give a rant earlier, that'll make it 3 questions. So you get 3 questions total. Let's see what's in there. I'm not looking. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to try in a specific one. Just reaching my hand in there, twirling it around. And, okay. Here's one. All right, here's one. And here it says, what? I should take this out. What do you think about the show, Darachat?
About what now?
I said what it's asking what you think about the show, Darachat.
I think it's a good show. I mean, that was an easy one. Next.
I'm not looking for pride or ego praise. It was just in there. I'd forgotten I put it in there, to be honest.
Nah, scratch that one in.
Well, if you're gonna give it to me, I'll take it. All
right. Next.
All right. Now looking. Putting my hand in there. It's like tilling soil, man. It's like tilling soil. All right. What we got? Okay, here we go. Got Mr. Yellow right here. What is Mr. Yellow? What is the question Mr. Yellow has? Oh, here's one. What sound/noise do you hate? I think you kind of gave something like that, but
what sound or noise do I hate?
Yeah, like a chalkboard, like a chalkboard sort of sound thing where people like that. Velcro, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Velcro. I have an audio sensory issue with Velcro. So, certain people have it. Like it's the same type of issue that people have. They say with nails on a chalkboard or like scratching a fork on a plate, on a porcelain plate.
Yeah,
it's the same kind of audio sensory thing where you cringe up. it actually makes me cringe. Like it's something that I hate. I hate the sound of Velcro. If you got Velcro shoes and you're around me, you better put some shoelaces in them bitches.
You better start running.
Yeah, you better take them socks off or something, and don't put those Velcro, like kids when they had a Velcro, kids be doing it and shit. No, I don't like it. I mean, I do it, but I do it quick. I don't let them do it.
Goodness.
I don't let them do it. Like, man, give me your foot, man.
Get over you, Grandpa. Come on.
I hate Velcro. I hate it. I hate it. I can hear it right now.
No, it's not Velcro though. That's just paper.
No. I can hear it even though it's not even like sounding right now. Like the sound isn't even out. I can still hear it. I don't like Velcro, dude. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, people have this one too, is where loud chewing, right? Where you're sitting next to someone, their mouth is closed, but it's loud. Like you can hear them chewing in their mouth.
Yeah. That's me. I got big jaws, so that's what happened.
He's probably not good with static of a radio either.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with all that, dog. Like I'm fine with it. It's just Velcro. It's just Velcro, dude.
That's
Nails on the
crazy.
chalkboard, good. Scratching the plate, good. Velcro, not good at all.
Get away from me.
Get away from me.
Here's number 3. It's a yellow one, but it's gonna be a different question. Okay, let's see what it says. Here's an interesting one. If your content were a cocktail, what would it be called, and what are its ingredients?
It'd be a Moscow Mule. I'm gonna tell you
Really?
why. Yeah, because it's got the Moscow. Right, we're not talking about a Ukrainian mule, but they tried to sell me at the other place, the restaurant. I refused it. I sent it back because it said Moscow Mule on the menu, and that's what I wanted, and it was the same thing. But I didn't want it. I didn't. Yeah, it'll be a Moscow Mule because it's bold, it's strong. It's very satisfying to the palate, and I like ginger beer.
Really?
I like ginger beer. Yeah, I like ginger beer, man.
See, now I've tried drinking just regular, like ginger soda or whatever, and it leaves that burn.
I like it.
And really.
And I like ginger, like the harshest ginger. I'll eat ginger by itself.
Really?
I love ginger. Yeah, ginger
Now,
peppermint. I'll crush it.
Do you like have a actual piece of ginger and you kind of shave it up, or you just eat it as it is? Wow.
Yeah. Or I mean, I won't eat it and swallow it or anything like that. I'll put in some tea or I'll put in anything. And after I'm done with it, I'll just chew on it for a little bit and then spit it out. Yeah, man. It's peppermint too.
It's beneficial for you, at least I think. I don't know what the benefits are, but it's just that burn.
I like it. I like that burn, man. I like I used to drink fireballs and liquor. Yeah, man.
Oh goodness. So does that mean you like stuff like habaneros and whatnot, or?
Oh, I love spicy food. Yeah, man. I got ghost pepper. I have ghost peppers out in the garden, and I have Carolina Reaper powder that I got too. I sprinkle that on. I put it on my sandwiches. Spicy pickles, spicy everything, dog. Like, yeah, man. I don't play. The bathroom know. Bathroom know what's up. He know what's up. Once I sit my ass on that toilet, he be, oh, here we go. Yeah,
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, fire in the whole Chipotle day, man. You gotta, he know already, man. Me and him got a good relationship, bro. My best friend, dog.
It reminds me when people talk about Taco Bell.
Yeah. He already know what time it is, dude.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. No, my grandparents they grow habanero. And the funny thing was it was a weird thing. I saw my grandfather dip a habanero in habanero sauce. I'm like, you got a stomach full of iron. That's
smart. That's smart. That's a smart move, man. It's a smart man. Yeah. I like the way he thinks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I make my own pickles and stuff too from cucumbers, man. And I throw it in the spicy. Yeah, man. I love spicy food.
So does that mean you also garden as well, or is that?
Yeah, all that. Nice. Chickens outside and yeah.
You'd have liked my previous guest. His name is Urban Homestead, and he's doing his own homesteading thing where he has chickens too. He's trying to do indoor, was it hydroponics, something like that?
Okay, yeah,
for himself.
Yeah, for an irrigation system or something like that in the back.
Yeah, like a small system. Like he was showing me a shelf of all that, and it was pretty interesting. But yeah, he was more of on the being self-reliant sort of thing, because we've already got a good example of what happens when you're not. So
Mhm.
it's just, it does take some effort into it. And he's learning. He was a former, so that was a question that was brought up. Are you military or no?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. My grandfather was a Buffalo Soldier, World War II veteran. My
Wow.
mother, he was a sergeant in the army. My mother was a lieutenant. I have friends and family that are currently serving right now that are overseas. Some that are
Mm,
here, active duty. I'm around a lot of veterans, a lot. Like one of my boys is a veteran. He's actually doing some artwork for me now, and
mhm.
yeah. I have a lot of respect for the military and all that, man. You know, I'm
Yeah.
a soldier of God. You know what I mean? I can't. That's about it. That's about
Yeah.
it.
He was a former military, went into realtor business, and then got out of that because involved like BlackRock and all that sort of businesses and
Mhm.
whatnot. And then he does his own thing. He does homesteading stuff where he makes videos on Rumble, of course, and he also does like making web pages and whatnot. So he does that sort of thing too as sort of a supplying business stuff. He has his own business with that. So it was just interesting that you talk about growing your own vegetables and stuff. It's like I just had to do. I'm doing the same thing. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, I
Uh,
started out with rosemary and spearmint. Those were my
really?
first ones. Yeah, I had chocolate. I did chocolate mint one year.
Mm-hmm.
That was the same year I started. Did chocolate mint, spearmint. I
Mm-hmm.
had rosemary, basil. I had lemon basil.
Ooh.
Um, I had peppers, like crazy amount of peppers. Obviously jalapenos, but those didn't really. I was just like whatever with those. I eat those
Yeah.
just whatever. Banana peppers. Yeah, man. Cabbage, squash.
Oh wow.
Squash. You ever had a fried squash blossom?
Mm-mm.
Insane. Yeah,
I've
man.
had I've had spaghetti squash though. That was a bit.
That's
Uh,
good. That's
it's not.
good too. That's a special kind of squash.
Yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it worked. They tried doing spaghetti stuff or whatever. But anyway, but no, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And yeah, it's again, that's why I have conversations. You learn that sort of stuff, and it's just there you go.
Yep.
So,
There you go.
yeah, sorry. So anyway, guys, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern on which is a Sunday, I'll be having a group on called Chi Town Gamers. I
Oh,
believe.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town, that's right, Chi-Town
Yeah.
Gamers, and they'll be on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. They just got back to me because we were still working out a time, so they just got back to me yesterday, so we were able to land that time. So they're going to be on tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. They followed me and just out of the blue, just asked them, "Hey, would you like to come on?" There we go.
Shout out to
So
Chi-Town, man. I
yeah.
like them. I like that. I like what they got going on.
So, but yeah, you'll see if you want to see that, guys, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And again, thank you so much, Fragniac. I know it gives up some of your time for what you do, but man, it's awesome. You're always welcome back. Oops, why did I leave that up? Goodness sake. And it can be never ending for conversations. And of course, people who've been watching, thank you so much for coming. I know right now, majority of people are watching the Trump rally, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, I'm not too much of the politics, though it's part of it, part of our daily lives, and I'm not too much of all the other stuff. I just will enjoy sitting down with people and getting conversed with them, and this has been awesome. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, and of course, as always, we end the show with "One Day with You" by Pogo. Oh, and don't forget to mute yourself.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
"One Day with You" by Pogo. Hope to see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye. Here we go.